You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, welcome to Eating Good, the podcast where we try different food establishments, talk about the food, and other random topics. I'm Oscar.
I'm Sam.
I'm David.
And this week, we don't have Marisol, but we do have a guest, our friend, Molly.
Hello.
Do you have a fun fact about yourself?
I can't say a double R in Spanish.
Try it.
Parrilla.
She's trying her best.
So this week, we ventured out of Columbus to visit Molly out in Pittsburgh.
Pennsylvania.
Boo.
Boo. We love
Cool.
Cleveland. We
Go
love Cleveland.
Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Cut that out. So since this is Molly's town, we let her decide where to eat since she knows the area better. David, take it away.
All right, so I cosplay as Molly, so that's why I'm doing the intro. No. So Molly told us about this restaurant called
David can't even say it.
Yeah, I can't even speak English.
Gaucho.
It's called Gaucho Wood-Fired Grill, Parrilla Argentina. So Molly was telling us that when she's had people visit, she thinks of taking them to this place, but they're so special and so booked up that she can never get a reservation.
She's not a planner, so she doesn't think.
I'm not a
And
planner.
she thought to plan ahead for this one.
Luckily.
Texted us like a month ago, like, does this work? And we're like, yeah, that sounds great. And we got a reservation. So anyone who hasn't gotten a reservation, I feel so bad for you. But
At Chaz Irish.
At Chaz.
At Chaz.
At Molly's brother.
Molly's brother. Salty.
Salty.
Yeah, we'll all talk about, we kind of did like a family style this week where we
Yes.
ordered for the table. And I'm not sure who's going to take it away, but we'll break that down a little bit and let you guys know our thoughts.
Yeah, Molly, what did we get?
Oh, gosh.
Off the
yeah.
cusp.
We got La
Off the
Picada,
La picada.
which none of that I liked.
So for those listeners, La Picada is a pick plate of cured meats, cheeses, savories, sun-dries, and toast. Your server will explain today's offerings. So our great server, Dustin, explained to us that we were going to be eating prosciutto, pickled red onions, some like mustard paste type thing. So you have the mustard seeds, the ciabatta bread, I believe, the herbed goat cheese with candied walnuts, a jam that was a fruit. The way he explained it was like a fruit between a pear and an apple, which I think was native to South America, and a thick cut chorizo, and an olive medley that had like this red pepper, like kind of like spicy seasoning in it.
I think to say what you liked about it, if you didn't like anything about it, in your rating.
Oh, okay, so like a highlight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of things in there.
Okay, I can start.
Molly,
I hated it all.
Wow. Did
It
you like the bread?
reminded me of Spain. I did like the bread, so I guess I can give that a little rating.
So what you're
10
telling
out
us
of
is
10.
you hate Spain?
I hate
Ooh.
appetizers in Spain, and everything on this plate was what I would have been served in Spain.
Tapas.
Las tapas. No, they were not good. So
Liar.
They
okay,
were
I like the
good.
jam.
No, they were good, but they're just not her.
Molly doesn't like cured meats and goat cheese, so
It was a rough
she
picking.
didn't want anything on this.
I liked the jam.
She liked the walnuts.
I spread a little jam on the walnuts and the bread.
She liked the sweets.
Molly's
was the
a
extent of
plain
my
Jane,
charcuterie
you know. Her
board.
go-to meal is shredded chicken.
Bruh.
boiled chicken.
Boiled chicken.
Rotisserie.
Rotisserie chicken is good.
Hold the pepper. I don't want it spicy.
Too spicy.
Hold the spices. Hold the salt.
Seasoning? No, thank you. No.
No, thank you.
All right, what would you give your number rating for the plate then?
Yeah, the whole plate.
Even though you just
Like, didn't
explained
like
Even though
it.
it wasn't your favorite.
Okay, like I guess the layout of it was really pretty, so we can give the aesthetics like.
Okay.
I'll give that a good 8.5 out of 10.
For the look of
Okay.
it.
Nice. It looks good.
The walnuts were good. That's the only thing I'm rating. 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, but you didn't want to give the whole thing a little.
Yeah, what's the
You could
overall
give it
rating?
like a
Overall,
2 if you
3
want.
out of 10.
Okay, that's fair. Those were some good old walnuts then to pull it up.
Did
to
you
a
try
3.
everything on that plate?
I think I did.
I made
no,
her-
I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't try the prosciutto.
She didn't try the prosciutto, but I made her try pretty much
Some of
everything
the
else.
chorizo,
Just
yeah.
to confirm she didn't like it.
Yeah.
No wonder you gave it a 3 out of 10. You didn't try the prosciutto.
I
So
hate
good.
prosciutto.
That's like the best. All right, so my rating overall, I feel like we talked about it. We love our charcuterie
Charcuterie.
boards. So
We are a charcuterie friend group.
we love them cured meats and cheeses. And I also traveled to Spain and love that aspect of it. So it's funny hearing that Molly like does not feel the same way. Overall rating, I'd probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe I would have liked more offerings, as crazy as that might sound, because I don't know, when we do it at home, it's way more cost effective, so we can
Mhm.
afford to just like go
Yeah.
crazy. But everything worked. I think everything balanced well. The biggest outlier was probably like the mustard seed thing, because it's just like such a strong flavor. But I would say my highlight was probably the olives. As much as I like the cured meats, and since no one else liked olives, I got to eat like almost all of it. Yeah, but it was like whatever in like their olive juice, but then it had that spicy pepper, and I don't know. I just love a nice salty green olive. So 8.5 overall. Highlight for me, the olives and probably the prosciutto.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it an 8 out of 10. My favorite part was the herb goat cheese. It was so good. I really
True.
like goat cheese. I feel like it's grown on me this past year. So the goat cheese, phenomenal. The chorizo was good. I like the prosciutto. I did not like the olives. So that's what gives it less of a point is the olives. And I agree with you. I do wish it had more variety because it was only goat cheese. Versus, I feel like most of the time, even if we go to a restaurant and get a charcuterie board, you get like
At least 2
to 3
cheeses. Yeah.
Even if it's like smaller of each cheese,
Mhm.
at least you have a little more variety. So I think they could have mixed it up a bit more, but I liked it overall.
It was like a healthy portion of goat cheese. So
Yeah,
that was
it
good.
a lot of goat cheese.
Yeah, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10 as well. I agree. The goat cheese was probably my favorite part as well.
So
It
good.
was so good. This is probably the best, like my most favorite goat cheese I've had
Mhm.
overall.
I
It was
agree.
like mild but flavorful.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it.
Because sometimes I feel like goat always has that like goat taste to it. And whatever like herbs they put with this really help mellow it out.
You heard it here first, folks. Come to Pittsburgh for your goat cheese.
It's Pennsylvania goat cheese.
We got the best goats in town.
But yeah, I agree with Sam. I didn't really like the olives. I don't like olives in general.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't. I had a few bites just to confirm that I don't like olives.
Yeah.
Still don't like olives. I don't know if that's a taste I'll ever acquire.
That's fair.
I did think it was weird that they had the pickled onions. I think I would have substituted that out for another cheese.
Yeah, that would have made
Or like
more
a fruit.
sense.
There was like no other fruit.
Yeah.
True.
Like just the
Yeah.
jam, you know?
Yeah. I did really like the whole thing. I did think it was a little too salty. There was something that was a little too salty because by the end of the meal, my lips were like dry. I was like, I need some chapstick. But I like the mustard sauce. I like the jam it came with. It was all great.
Should we move on to the main dish?
Yeah, you want to introduce that one?
Yes. So rather than getting our individual entrees, we decided to do a family-style parrillada mixta, which is signature wood-fired mixed grilled house-cut vacío steak, pollo a la parrilla with fresh garlic, thyme, and lemon, and one of each chorizo and morcilla sausages. Also served with a round of los chimis and tostado, which is their chimichurri sauces.
Mm-hmm.
They give us 4.
Yeah.
This is basically just a family style dish you can get. It's for 2 guests or more. As you heard, it's a lot of meats. So
Yeah.
we had 4 people. We also got a bunch of sides. For acompañamientos or sides, we got papas, which was oven roasted fingerling potatoes, olive oil, fresh rosemary, garlic, and salt. Brussels, which included roasted Brussels sprouts, olive oil, red currant, pine nut chutney, and acorn, which is their half-roasted acorn squash, olive oil, thyme, allspice and honey, and garlic sage croutons.
Mm.
Also, as mentioned in the parrillada mixta, morcilla sausages. If you don't know what that is, it's a blood sausage.
Yeah.
David, can you give more context on what that is?
So from what I understand, it's like the casing. So yeah, like the sausage casing that you would expect from a chorizo or whatever. So that's edible. But then instead of filling it with whatever meat blend it is or sausage, it's, I'm guessing, pork blood for the most part. And I think they do, depends on who makes it, of course. I think it depends like what other filling they have to kind of stuff it up. And for this one, I believe it was like rice.
Yeah.
It looked like white rice. So yeah, it was like a dark purpley kind of look to it. I don't know really much more than that, but it's the texture is more crumbly. So it's definitely a different experience. And I've had it in Spain before, so I already knew that I liked it. But I will say this one specifically, well executed, and was actually a highlight of my meal.
Okay, so we're just gonna quickly try to run through each piece of this big dish and give our ratings. So let's start off with the steak. Oscar.
I'll give it 8.5 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it an 8.9 out of 10.
Ooh, I'm gonna mirror Oscar, 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, I don't really eat steak, so I don't know. I guess it was pretty good though, so I'll go 8.5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was really tender. It was really easy to eat.
Cooked perfectly. It was so pink. Oh
medium
my gosh.
rare, just how I like it.
Yeah, we had sushi earlier in the day, and I remember eating that. It like melted in my mouth. I felt like the same with the steak. It just kind of like melted in my mouth.
Yeah, like those middle pieces where it's mostly pink.
Yeah.
All right.
Up
Next,
there, highlight, yeah.
the chicken.
So I actually really liked the chicken because it was like thin and like grilled on each side. I'd give it an 8.5.
I didn't care for the chicken. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh,
Wow, you read. I was gonna give it a 6 as well. Just 'cause it was not seasoned to any specific extent, and I think it just kind of tasted like charred grill. So.
Yeah, I feel like there
6'10".
was nothing much special to it.
Mm-hmm.
Molly.
I think it was seasoned. Like for me, it tasted more limey.
Oh, it did have a little lime twang to it.
It was like cooked. I think it was cooked to perfection. Like it was just like the perfect amount of juicy. So
I agree.
Mm-hmm. It was tender.
I would also give it 8.5 out of 10.
Damn.
I would say the chicken was a good avenue for the chimichurris. Did we talk about those?
I feel like the steak with the I don't know. I like the steak with the chimichurri.
We'll get to the chimichurris at the end.
Okay.
So next, the chorizo.
It was a chorizo.
It was a
It's like a
chorizo,
salt, yeah.
but it looked
Yikes.
and tasted like an andouille sausage.
It really did. When you said that, I was like, yeah, that's exactly.
Because I feel like what we had before was chorizo.
It was
Yeah.
a cured chorizo, and this was like
Yeah.
cooked.
This was just like a sausage that they
Yeah.
decided to call chorizo.
It was not my favorite. 5 out of 10.
Okay.
For a chorizo, yeah, I guess I'd give it a 5. But if I think of it as just as a sausage, like an andouille sausage, it was good. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, that's kind of a similar idea I had. I'd probably give it overall flavor like 7, but I'm gonna knock it down a peg to 6.5 because I think you said you noticed it too. There was like a hard gristly part to it.
Yeah.
And I was like chewing, and then for a second I was like, uh-oh, I hope I didn't crack my tooth.
I thought the same thing.
So I like, it kind of like shook me. And so
then you do the thing where you chew really slowly trying to find the hard piece, but then I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I did find it eventually, but I was like, that better not be part of my tooth or I'm going to be so pissed. So knock it down a peg. Same idea as like when I found the sand and the texture matters.
I agree. I think if we're calling it chorizo, then it's going to get a 5 because it wasn't even spicy and I didn't like that part, but it was good like flavor overall, I guess. So also, no, I'll do like a 6.5. Yeah.
Fair. The morcilla sausage.
That I actually liked it more than I thought I would. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It did look really gross though. It was like so dark.
Yeah, so when it comes out, it looks like a black sausage.
And you're like, what is that? And then you're like, maybe when they explain it, I'll like it more. But then they explain it, you're like, oh my gosh.
You're like dried blood.
You're like, I don't think I like that.
I was excited to try the morcilla because I've heard you talk about it before. And so I was like, that's so interesting. I just want to see what it's like. And it was good, but I was like almost underwhelmed. Like I wish it had a stronger flavor. I don't know. I maybe built it up in my head, so I had high
Right.
expectations for it, and then it was just like a good flavor, but a very mild flavor in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it like a 6.7.
Nice. All right. For me, like I said, I tried it in Spain, and I think it was like my host mom bought it from the store and then like cooked it. That one was a little more chunky. This one, I think I liked that it was more ricey and a little bit less bloody. But for some reason, the flavor worked. I didn't have to put any chimichurri or anything on it. I gave it like a 9 out of 10. I think it was probably, now that I'm thinking about it, probably the highlight of my plate. Crazy enough to say.
Okay.
Morcilla.
I didn't try it. So 0 out of 10.
I'm not touching
There's no
that.
way I was
You guys
touching
cannot
dried
make me
blood or
eat
putting
that.
it in my mouth,
Really?
especially from a pig.
Not available. She's like, that's haram.
Sorry.
No, thank you. Okay, what about the chimichurris? So they gave us a classic green chimichurri, a garlic one, an onion one, and a spicy one.
They called it
Okay.
spicy, but
It
it
was
was like
not
more
spicy.
like red pepper. You know?
My favorite one was just the
bell.
normal chimichurri one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can all agree there that
That,
the normal one.
well, flavor wise, I like the garlic one. But
Oh.
Sam, what did he say at the table?
The garlic one tasted like when you get garlic sauce for your pizza, which is
Like-
good when you want it on your pizza. But then I couldn't like think of anything else when I was eating it, and I was like, I don't want that anymore. Like it's too much like Papa John's garlic sauce.
Yeah, Papa John's garlic butter. Well, I liked it for that reason. So I probably would rate the garlic one first and then the OG. The other ones I actually really didn't care for. The onion one was plain, and then the spicy one, quote unquote, I think it was like red bell pepper or something, which I wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, I felt like the normal one was like thick. It had a lot of flavor, and all the other three to me seemed like watered down. They just
Mhm.
didn't have that much flavor.
Yeah, I had the green one had like the most pulp,
Yeah.
or whatever you would call
Mhm.
that,
Yeah.
and which added a nice texture.
I like the onion one with the acorn because it was like more of a sweeter flavor.
Yeah.
So that was good with like the sweet food. I really like the regular like OG one though. That was my
Yeah.
fave.
Mhm.
I like the regular one the best, but I also feel like it wasn't the best chimichurri I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't think I've ever had it before, so I think like the thought process you had with the blood sausage,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd hyped up the chimichurri in my head, and so when I tried it, I was like, but maybe
Yeah.
I just didn't have the
Well,
best version of it.
Like when we went to cilantro, I think our steak had a
Oh,
chimichurri on it.
okay. I don't know. Maybe I just don't gravitate towards that. Like I guess because Mexicans didn't necessarily have that.
So
Like at our steaks,
Yeah.
it's more of a South American thing.
one thing I wanted to say, do you think we should kind of describe what the chimichurri sauce is? Because I know, like, for the Mexicans that are from like
It-
the part of
Things
Mexico
Yeah.
where our parents are from,
it's like
it's a different sauce.
It's like something that you eat with pizza, and I think that's what I think of it as. So
No.
whenever I see like a fine dining establishment, like the real chimichurri is this
Yeah,
green one
exactly.
that like comes from Argentina.
Yeah, so chimichurri is an uncooked sauce used an ingredient in cooking and a table condiment for grilled meat, found originally in Argentinian and Uruguayan cuisines.
I have it here. It's parsley, oregano, garlic, vinegar, oil. It says ají molido.
Yeah, I always think of it as like a thick, like parsley sauce.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks cool, but I don't know. I think I just like eating steak as is. So if it's there, I'll eat it because I
Yeah.
love a good sauce. But I'm never like, dang, I need this.
Yeah.
This for a steak or something.
Yeah, it's not my favorite sauce either.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it can enhance a steak, like at cilantro, like it definitely makes it better.
Yeah.
But if I don't have it, it's like fine.
I think I need to just incorporate it more or try it more. Because you said that and I remember that vaguely. But like I said, since it's like not my thing, I feel like I didn't remember it too much from cilantro.
Quick round, rate your chimichurris. I'm going to give just overall 7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, probably 6.5 I'll go.
I would say 6.5 too.
All
Nice.
right, let's move on to the sides. So we got las papas.
Mhm.
Ooh, I love fingering potatoes.
Ew.
Shut up, David. The fingerling potatoes. You said ew?
Just the way he said it.
Oh.
No, the potatoes were good. I would give them an 8 out of 10. They were like small potatoes and they were really easy to eat. they weren't too potato-y, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really liked the potatoes. I'm going to give them an 8.5. I think they were seasoned very well, and you can't go wrong with the potato.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially that type of potato. I personally, I think I might even say that's my favorite as like a side.
Mm-hmm.
I've like been buying those for home and making those in the air fryer. So easy. But I would have liked it to be seasoned a little bit more. Maybe because I did grab like the bigger ones. So it was like a lot more potato ratio to like seasoned skin. I'd give it like a 7. A good potato, but
Yeah, I mean, it was a good potato. It was cooked all the way. I don't know if it was like my favorite potato. I would
She's
give
like,
it
it's
like a
just a potato.
7.5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then the Brussels sprouts. These were so good.
So good.
They were so good.
Oscar, you go first.
I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh.
I normally don't like
Ooh.
Brussels sprouts, but these were like so easy to eat. I could have took a second plate of that.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of Brussels sprouts for the order. I think it
Yeah.
was like the
Yeah.
most.
And they were like mini Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Like they were the really small size, so it made it easier to eat. I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10.
I think I'm going to also say 9 out of 10. That and the blood sausage neck and neck for... Because it also had raisins, which didn't care for, whatever. You could parse them out. And they had pine nuts, which I think added a little crunch to it.
I'm going to
So-
lower them a little bit. I think they're like an 8 out of 10. I've had better Brussels sprouts. And if
Ooh.
my brothers are listening, they also know that I've also butchered Brussels sprouts on a Thanksgiving dinner one time. But the best ones that I've ever had have had like balsamic and like pomegranate. And I like that better than the pine nut and raisin that we had last night.
It also had
Mm.
like it would probably be balsamic, right? Because it had like a dark kind of sauce to
Like
it.
a
I feel like.
glaze.
Yeah, like a glaze of some sort. I'm not sure what it was.
It's
but
a
it
red
tasted good.
currant pine nut chutney and doesn't say nothing about
Mm.
balsamic.
I
No,
just know
I
it had
don't-
like a
I-
teriyaki-ish look
I
to
don't
it.
think they had like a sauce on them.
No?
No. I like when my Brussels sprouts shine and they're not drowned by a sauce.
Mm. So these worked for you?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I liked these a lot.
Right, because it's like the Brussels sprouts themselves were good. It's not like they were trying to cover up the taste with the sauce.
Yeah. Also, I will say, I feel like in cartoons, they were like, Brussels sprouts suck. They're the worst. And
They
I
are.
never had them growing up, not for any
Did
particular
you say
reason.
they are?
Yeah.
What? No,
Oh, you
they're
don't like
not.
that?
Good.
Not normally.
But
I-
I always thought they would be so bad. And then the few times I've had them, maybe they're just prepared very well. But I was like, these are like little mini lettuce cabbages or something. I'm like, they're good.
I had Brussels sprouts for the first time this year. I would
Really?
say, yeah, because I do HelloFresh and some of the recipes had Brussels sprouts on the side, and I was like, well, let me try those. And so I made them at home, and I really like them. Like, I've also, when I do grocery shopping, sometimes I just buy Brussels sprouts because they're so good.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard you say like, oh, I'm a Brussels sprouts. Well, maybe not like that, but
I'm
like
a
I
Brussels
like.
sprouts girl now, but just even just olive oil, salt, and pepper, like that's so good to me.
Mhm. Also, HelloFresh sponsor us. Thank you. No,
Not sponsored, not sponsored.
not sponsored post. Not sponsored.
But if you want an affiliate code,
We'll talk.
send me a message. I got you. I'll send you a free box.
The last thing was the acorn.
Yes,
Yes.
the acorn squash.
I love the acorn squash. I think that was my favorite side. They gave us caramelized onions on the big plate with the meat. So
Mhm.
that mixed with the acorn and some bread with the
The chutney, the onion chutney. or
the
chimichurri.
onion. Yeah, that was so good. Good flavor. I would give that like a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really like that acorn squash. I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I also thought it was really good. If you guys have never had acorn squash, it tasted very similar to sweet potato.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
like that family of foods.
It just wasn't as sweet, which is what I
Mhm.
like.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was still pretty sweet, so it's not necessarily my favorite when it's like that much at once. I like it to be cut down. So when I did what you recommended with the onions and the bread, and that made it really good.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay. I also don't have the best experience with squash foods.
We know.
Yeah, but this one was good. But I will say like the highlight of it for me was the little crouton breads that was in the
Yes,
middle.
The croutons were definitely my favorite
It like
part.
upped it a little bit, and then I did the Mali combination, and so when you kind of went into it with like it's gonna be a little bit sweeter of a side, it was good, but not necessarily my favorite. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10, I think.
I feel like me and you were like on the same wavelength with
For,
all
like,
of
the
our
whole
ratings.
meal.
Me
Yeah.
and Oscar are on the same
Yeah.
wavelength too.
Oh yeah, because you guys like the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It actually kind of works out because you guys ate one portion and me and Molly ate the other
Yeah.
portion.
Yeah,
that's so
it was like
true.
it was like not planned, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled.
Like me and Molly also ate the red pepper on there.
Mhm.
Oh, I
That was
forgot
so
about
I forgot
good.
about that. That was good.
Okay, that was another one I would probably rate a little bit lower, probably
Except
like
for
a 6.
when the morcilla hit my red pepper.
Oh yeah, you were like, it touched the red pepper.
It touched the red pepper. I don't want that part.
I also got like the most charred parts of it, so I was like, this is just char.
Oh, that's the part I wanted. When they brought out the
Oh, really?
plate and I could smell the red pepper, I'm like,
Like,
oh, I'm in
ooh.
Grandma's basement right now. This smells so good.
It just was red pepper to me. It
No.
was nothing special.
It was
good.
awesome.
It was good.
It was so tender.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's just the perfect balance of people of like, all right, we're gonna go for these things, and damn, we're a great group.
Yeah, it worked out. We forgot the sangria.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
yeah.
That was good. It was like a bourbon
Soaked
soaked cherry.
cherry
That
was
was
so
so
good.
good.
I don't know if you know when you I think you had gone to the bathroom and we were done. I was like, "Are you guys gonna eat your cherries?" And
No
they're like, "No,"
way.
and I didn't eat both of
You
them.
didn't
I
give
should
me
have
one?
saved you one.
Dang, David ate 3.
But
Wow.
I was like, I gotta eat
Those
these
things were
before she gets
fire.
back.
Yeah, it was good flavor. I mean, I thought it went really well with the food. So.
Yeah.
Had a nice
Yes.
slice of orange, slice of lime.
Yeah, so we had the red sangria. It was Argentine red wine, lemon, orange, and strawberry.
And I was in the mood for a Argentinian wine, but didn't want to, get a bottle or a glass. So when someone said, let's split a carafe, I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I
Mhm.
It was
wanted.
perfect. We each got like 2 cups of sangria,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Yeah.
I didn't need any more than that, but it was really good. I would give it, for my rating, an 8.3.
I'll bump it up to an 8.5 because those cherries were just so good too.
Since I only got 1 cherry and not 3. No, I'm kidding. I'd probably give it an 8.5 too.
Yeah, I'm going with 8.5 too. It was really good, and the presentation was also good. Like I liked having all the fruit in my cup.
It was like it had a nice wine flavor to it, which I feel like some sangrias they water it down too much, but I could
Mhm.
tell this was like,
Yeah, it was stronger.
yeah, I don't know, it worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And then the very last thing was a chocolate torta.
Ooh,
Choco torta. A rich chocolate espresso soaked slice, dulce de leche crema, and ganache topping.
Crema.
oh,
We
so it
were
was
right.
dulce
Me
de
and Oscar
leche?
said there was some type of like
Yeah.
cream in there, like cheesy flavor.
What, can you read the description again? Sorry.
Rich chocolate espresso soaked slice, dulce de leche crema, and ganache topping. I don't think dulce de leche crema is cheese.
I don't know.
Crema.
I know there was that
Vegetable.
cream on the side.
It would, but like, what was the white part in the middle? Then?
Would that be the
had to have
ganache?
been,
No,
like,
no, the
something.
ganache is the chocolate, right? Dulce de leche
Yeah.
is like caramel, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it did have a
Okay.
little bit of like cheesecake
Something
layer in
else.
there or
Yeah.
something. I didn't notice it, but you guys were convinced, and I believe you.
Because-
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
I-
fight
Me
you.
and Oscar are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight you on that.
Because I had a piece by itself. I'm like, oh yeah, this is like very similar to cheesecake.
Mm.
It's just because it was very thin, you could
Mhm.
almost like not even notice it was there.
Yeah, that was good.
I really liked it because of the espresso flavor.
Yeah.
That was
Mhm.
what won me over when we were like picking between desserts. I don't know what I would rate it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was a good, safe dessert. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I was thinking 8 too.
Yeah, I would say 8.
I'll do an 8 as well.
Okay, solid 8 across the board.
Yeah. So how would you guys rate the whole meal overall?
Ooh.
See, I know what I would rate. I would rate the whole experience a 8.5 out of 10. Like it was all really good. There was nothing that I was like, oh, like I'm gonna come back just for this. But everything
Mhm.
was like really easy to eat. It was just a lot of flavor, cooked really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall it was a great experience. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Mhm.
I would definitely come back. And now that we had like the parrillada, we got to try a little bit of everything. I know for sure I would get like a steak entree.
Yeah, like specialize on what
Mhm.
stood out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I swear I'm not just copying Sam's every rating, but mine is an 8 out of 10 for the same reason. Like, nothing is like drawing me. I mean, obviously, we're from out of town, but like, nothing is like drawing me back specifically to come back. But I'm glad that we had that shared experience. Of, like, of trying all the things.
It's definitely a place I would want to go with other people. I don't
Yeah.
think I would want to go there by myself
Or like,
on a date. No,
yeah,
yeah.
It's just like a.
It's like a fun group place.
Yeah.
Family meal type thing.
I think, I don't know, I remember liking it more the last time I went. I would give it like a 7.5 this time because of all of our food choices, because
Yeah.
not a lot of those were my favorite, but like I like the sauces with the like chicken and all that. And I just think I like the environment too. Like it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like a really nice environment.
Yeah, the restaurant is super nice.
It's right downtown, so that was like fun. I don't know. So atmosphere is great, but
Yeah.
yeah, like 7.5 for the food.
Yeah, both of the things we got were basically like sampling platters.
Yeah, that's
so figure out what we like, and then if we were to go back, we could definitely hone in on. You could hone in on the chicken
Yeah.
and get
Mhm.
something chicken based, and I'm sure you'd like that more.
Yeah.
I will say that I did like that they seated us on the second floor because it was less busy compared
Yeah,
to the
when we were
first
leaving,
floor.
Yeah,
it
so-
was like heck.
It was
It's felt
cute
more
too. There was like a
private.
little fire like near us.
yeah.
I don't know. It was just
I
like,
think
nice
we-
vibes.
We sat down and Sam's like, "Why does it smell like Parmesan cheese?"
Yeah, I was
over
gonna
there?"
say, that was the main negative. Was when we got there, it smelled like Parmesan cheese. Only at our table.
Yeah,
though.
maybe
Like,
someone's table next to us like got a meat or something where they shredded Parmesan
They
cheese.
tell me when
over
to
there.
stop.
Yeah, and they told them not to
And
stop.
they said, keep going.
Bring out
But it went
another
away
block.
after a while. I think I didn't
Yeah,
notice
or
it,
we
or we
got
got used to it.
But yeah, overall, great meal.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've ever had Argentinian food or like a restaurant. So
I've
Yeah.
never.
thanks
This
for
is my
throwing
first
that on the radar.
Yeah.
Also, we were walking around like the Strip District
Yeah, I
area.
was gonna say we should talk about what we did during the day,
But also, I just wanted to throw. There's like multiple Argentinian restaurants. There must be like a
which
strong.
I'm shocked about because I didn't know
Argentine
that. Like I didn't
population out
realize that. Yeah, so I took them down to the Strip District, which is like a little area with a lot of shops. We went to a cool bookstore. We went to a coffee and mezcal bar. And then we got really good sushi.
I say we went to the fish market, Holy's Fish Market, because we were walking by. We weren't even going to stop in there, but we were walking by and I was like, wait a minute, that's a sushi stand right there. I was like,
Well, I've never been in there because I don't really like sushi or fish.
Mhm.
Like I'm just starting to
Yeah.
learn how to like this stuff.
Mhm.
So I was like shocked that they took me somewhere I hadn't been.
Yeah,
But we really loved it.
it was like
Well,
'cause we were.
also, I feel like background, the night before, we didn't go to sleep until 4 in the morning. So to like Saturday, we woke up at like 11 and didn't have time to go get breakfast.
Yeah.
And our dinner was at 5. So we're like, don't want a big meal. We just want like a little snack.
Yeah, something
little
to hold us
snacky.
over.
So we kept saying, we just need to find a little snacky. So when I saw the sushi thing in the Holy's Fish Market, I was like, oh, let's just get like some quick nigiri.
Yeah, and it was perfect.
And then I was asking Molly if she ate sushi.
I'm like, what the heck is that?
And she said all she gets is a California roll.
We're
And I said,
gonna.
"Nuh-uh.
We're gonna
Nuh-uh,
teach
girl.
you."
No.
And it was like very reasonably priced. You would get like 2 nigiris pieces.
For like $4. Yeah.
And then
He was so
also,
sweet,
yeah,
too.
shout out Andy.
yeah,
he
so
was-
it was Andy's Sushi inside of Holy's Fish Market in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you want to go where we went, it's really good. Would recommend.
He's a pro. He said he's been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was just like, doing the sushi chef stuff, but overhearing our conversation.
Yeah.
And he was such a homie that he like gave us extra pieces so that Molly could try.
Yeah, like
different fish.
I was talking about how I hated tuna because every time I've had tuna, I've thrown it up. So I was not ready for it. But he gave us some free tuna
Like
to
samples.
Yeah.
try.
He like heard you say you hated tuna and he like put together the special nigiri. So it was like obviously the rice. It had mint,
Mhm.
crunchy onion, and then like tuna and like I think he put maybe a little sauce on it too.
It was like
Yeah,
a little
we
So he
asked
put a
spicy.
sriracha and like a soy
Mhm.
sauce.
I was like, what's the sauce? He's like, homemade. So it was like
Yeah.
his special sauce. I was like, okay.
And so he made us 2 little nigiri pieces to try, and I was so nervous that Molly was gonna throw it up.
I was like chewing it, like, contemplating.
Because it was like, I know it's going to taste good, but in her mind, she's going to be like, this is tuna. And so she's going to want to throw it up.
Yeah.
But I
she
didn't.
No,
He was like, you won't throw this up.
Yeah.
He was so
confident.
funny.
It was really good.
Yeah, he definitely like caught onto our vibes and was like, these people are having fun. I want to join them.
Yeah.
And knew that we were like, one of us was exploring more of
Yeah.
the food. He's like, let me
Yeah.
be the one to put you on.
So overall, we ordered an eel nigiri because I was like, Molly, this is cooked. You're going to like it. They always
Mhm.
put the sweet soy sauce on it. That's so good. And then a salmon nigiri because I feel like that's one of the neutral like
Entry,
sushis
yeah.
that most people like. And then David got a mackerel, his favorite.
Oh, love it.
And then they also had
Baby octopus.
baby octopus
And
as an option.
As he was preparing stuff, I think someone else had ordered it, and he's like, "These are my favorite," and he had like a whole
Just
bin of the
pops
baby
one in.
octopus.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I was between yellowtail or something else, but I was like, let me go for the baby octopus instead.
Yeah. So it's supposed to come with 2 pieces, but he saw our group of 4 and he's like, you know what? I'll give you guys extra so you guys can each try one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he gave us probably like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, he gave us like 5 of them. And he also gave us an extra mackerel just for
Yeah,
fun.
just because he made that special tuna roll or tuna nigiri for Oscar and I as well.
Yeah.
And then
A
he gave you guys
salmon
another
one.
extra one, right?
Yeah, it was like
the
salmon with mango sauce.
Oh, yeah. And then he let us try a salmon with mango nigiri too. So yeah, it ended up being a good little snacky snack because he gave us a bunch of extras. What did you think of the salmon?
I liked the salmon. I wasn't like, it's really chewy, like, but a good chewy, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like gross. I don't know. Like the octopus had that like chewy taste that I didn't love, but it had a good flavor to it. I don't know. I think it was just really fresh. Like it was a good fresh taste.
Yeah, I think that everything he made was like good quality because that bite of sushi that he gave me, like it just melted instantly. I was like, whoa, this was really good. And the octopus too, it was very easy to eat. It had a really good sauce to it.
Yeah. What did you guys think of the baby octopus? This is all our first time eating baby octopus.
Yeah.
It was weird because it was like, this is an octopus.
Yeah.
It's just like shrunk.
Yeah.
Like
It was
someone-
weird to
A
look
whole
at
octopus.
it. Yeah.
Maybe the size of like 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Or like a $50, right? Like one of those
Yeah.
big 50-cent coins.
See, I think it was like the octopus you would see at the zoo, and then they hit it with the Wumbo from SpongeBob, and it just shrunk.
The shrink ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was crunchy, but like good. It wasn't
Yeah.
super chewy like octopus normally can be.
It was like less chewy than like a thick octopus
Yeah.
thing. I don't know. It worked for me. Honestly, that might have been my favorite bite,
Definitely,
like
yeah.
taste-wise, of like the whole trip.
Oh,
Wow.
Of like the whole
weekend.
weekend. I think that baby octopus.
It was fantastic.
10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
That baby octopus hit
That baby
different.
octopus hit different. And it was his favorite, so he just put us on.
Once you get past the fact that you're eating a baby octopus, then it's like pretty good, you know?
I like to think that that's just like the species of octopus, and it was a full-grown, lived a great life, and then
It was
just,
a fetus.
It's
like-
the fetus.
It's like octopus veal, right? Like
Yeah.
a little baby octopus.
Maybe that's just the size they grow to be. And
That's what I like to think in my
it's a
naive mind.
full-grown octopus, but it's just small, so we call it a baby.
Yeah, it was actually
baby.
tired of being alive for 20 years, so
Yeah.
it threw
It
itself
died.
So
into
we
the
did
net.
it a favor.
It died of natural causes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we just ate it.
found a lot of them to eat.
So Molly, would you be more interested in trying sushi now that's the raw? Because I know you
Yeah.
said you pretty much only ate cooked sushi.
Yeah,
like
I would. I
California
think
rolls.
when I come visit you guys, I want to go to a sushi place where we just like try a bunch of new stuff.
Sounds like we know
So-
the one.
We got a couple spots.
Okay. So after that, what did we do? We went to
Well, we had ventured into the Asian mart too, and just
Oh,
like
yeah.
bought little snacks, and that's when we're like, well, we could snack on these, but then we went to Holy's. From there
We went on
We
the
went
lift.
to the
yeah, we
incline.
went to the incline. So there's like a little red train, I guess you would
Little
call
trolley.
Yeah,
thing.
It's a
it's like a
trolley. It
trolley.
goes like up and down the hill of Pittsburgh. You can see the whole like city view.
the Duquesne incline, right?
Duquesne.
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 So the line was a little long, which is shocking. So I didn't get to go. I had to drive up there to meet him.
Well, you didn't go in, but we know why it was long. There was like a group of like 8 people just sitting in the trolley going up and down, and they weren't getting off.
Yeah.
So
They
they
were
could only
hogging the
let on
trolley.
like 6 people at
it
a
was
time.
so bad.
Not good, but it was cute, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was fun.
cute.
And then I illegally parked at the top of the hill, ran to go take a picture with them.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You're gonna use it against you in court.
Incriminate.
No, but it's a good little skyline, right?
Yeah. We got
Okay.
we got
David contemplated that. He's like, nah.
we had the best view of Pittsburgh. We got to see a lot of the bridges, if not all of them, from up there, and the rivers.
The
Do
Ohio
you remember the
River.
rivers, David?
Ohio,
OH.
the best one. Io.
Yeah, if you've never been to Pittsburgh, it's very hilly. Like it just has a lot of elevation.
Yeah.
So I will say that's one thing that I kind of wish I had about Columbus. I wish there was some place in Columbus I could go to where I could see the whole city.
You've never been to the mound in Grandview? That like big pile of dirt?
Oh,
That fake hill that they built?
no. So yeah, after going on the what's it called?
The incline?
The incline, yeah, and seeing the whole city from the top, it was a really cool view. Seeing like the rivers all connect and seeing the downtown, all the suburbs around the area. It was cool.
And the stadiums.
Yeah.
Go sports.
Woo.
Go Browns.
We love sport ball.
We did see one shirt that just said, I hate Cleveland. It was so funny.
Cleveland. And then like flicking off emojis or something. Good thing
Good
none of us wore like Browns apparel. We'd just be walking down the strip and just get like punched.
I did think about bringing a Browns shirt to wear like today, and I was like, nah.
See, I almost wore an Ohio State shirt, but I was like, even that, since they were playing that day yesterday, I was like, that might be too much.
Anything else to talk about our weekend, or should we jump into our topics?
I thought I was going to get interviewed, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, well, I just want to thank you guys for joining. Normally, I stay up dummy late on weekends, but I'm glad to have 3 other crackheads to share that time with.
Oh
You guys
my
forced
God.
us to stay up until 4:30 in the morning again.
Okay, I don't know why
last night.
David stays up so late, but I used to work night shift, so I'm just on the night like timeline.
I'm just a night owl.
Me and Oscar are sleeping in the living room, and Molly and David each had their own separate rooms they could sleep in. But no, they're like sitting on the couch over here. It's 1 in the morning. Molly goes, "Let's watch Bachelor in Paradise."
I was like, I could catch up.
And then it's ended, and then it was just like, "Oh wait, let's watch The Golden Bachelor."
Sam's like laying in bed like, I want to sleep.
It
was
was
fun.
We had lots of fun.
I was like fine watching Bachelor in Paradise because that last episode was so entertaining.
True.
But then when you're like, let's watch the Golden Bachelor, like, no.
Hey, there was drama in that too.
Yeah, there was.
Zip it.
It wasn't as
Zip
good as
it.
Bachelor in Paradise though.
Dang, Oscar's like embarrassed. I was like, I don't want to watch them.
Oscar
No.
hates old people.
At least
Wow.
Oscar stayed up.
It's just the Bachelor in Paradise one was so good that the Golden Bachelor wasn't gonna
It, like,
live up.
paled
It's true.
in
We should have
comparison.
switched the
We
order.
should've
of
Right,
watched
that.
like
them
to
for
the
the win.
natural
Yeah.
order of Golden first into Paradise.
It's like that episode was crazy. There's nothing that's gonna happen here that's as crazy.
Yeah, and then I was trying to stay awake at the end. And then it ended, and you guys were like, let's play a game. But then Molly never pulled out the game. And then I said,
Oh,
let's
it's
play
my
Contexto.
fault. It's my fault.
Yes.
And I beat Sam by 1 whole minute on the mini crossword, and she
Okay,
was so
but you
salty.
never got the Contexto, or did you?
No, because
To
that
this-
game
to
freaking
this
sucks.
moment.
But you couldn't figure out the little riddle about hair, so
It
The
goes on you.
one line in the crossword that you helped me with. Thanks.
Dude,
Thanks, Gibby.
I'm not
what
gonna lie.
was it? It grows on you.
And it was hair.
Something.
Yeah, it slowly
It
but
slowly
surely
grows
it
on
grows
you.
on you. And you were like, hair. I was like,
I said it right away.
I'm smart.
I was so mad.
What was it? We were doing Contexto, and Molly's just like, try God. And it was like the first green message I got. I was like,
Let's go.
not that was like the closest one. And then I got barely closer, and then I gave up. So thanks, Molly, for helping me out.
Welcome.
You didn't even win though, so
Can you just tell me the word? I'm not gonna.
I'm not
revisit
gonna
that.
tell you the word.
When? Can you
After
tell me?
midnight, when you can't play it anymore,
Dang it.
because you want your score to look better than
No,
mine.
who am I gonna show? The only person who cares about Contexto is you.
Anyways, we also tried to play Connections, but we both lost.
Yeah, that one was
That
tough.
was hard.
We both got the green one though.
Yeah,
Separately. No help.
no help. Yeah, because we're enemies.
We're competition.
All right, Molly, you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready for the hot seat?
Yes.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Get ready. We got
What color's my underwear?
Blue.
trick question. No underwear.
It's not blue.
All right. So the past couple weeks, as you guys know, we've had guests and we did these rapid fire questions. So we're going to do them with Molly. There's 5 of them and they relate to things we've talked about on the pod. Not that you would know because you admitted to being a fake
I'm a
friend that
fake
doesn't listen to the
friend.
pod.
Dang.
I will now.
Are you going to listen to your own episode?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna listen over and over and over.
She's like, I love myself, of course.
Do you ever listen to your own voice?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
If I
yeah.
sing, like if I do like a singing thing for, like I sang in 2 weddings this year.
And then you like,
So you recorded it.
Yeah, I
and
wanted
listened
to hear how it sounded.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're like, dang, I sound great.
It was off. No. It was fun.
back. All right. Question number 1. Bagels versus donuts.
Bagels.
Woo!
Boo.
Gross.
Right answer. Good
Get
job.
outta here.
Question number 2. Your favorite fast food place?
Chick-fil-A.
I knew
Okay,
it. She
yeah.
said she gets Chick-fil-A at least once a week.
Except on Sundays.
Not on Sundays.
Sundays.
So on Sundays.
You magic bullet.
All right. Number 3. What would be your death row meal?
Pozole.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. You're about to die. The last thing you want to eat is just a bowl of green pozole.
Some spicy pozole.
All right, I
The
guess.
spiciest I've ever had. So then I don't.
Then you're like, I don't care. I'm a
You don't have to worry
anyways.
about what happens
Nah.
afterwards.
Anything else with it, or just the bowl and that's it?
That's probably it.
Any
Well, I mean, obviously the
drinks?
toppings.
Any
Oh, the
desserts?
drinks.
Drink,
Like,
dessert. You're dying
dead-
here.
yeah.
You gotta pick
Corona.
a Corona.
Okay.
I'm a white chicken.
What is it? Yeah.
For the listeners, Molly is white. I think you're the first white person.
Shocker by my name.
Yeah.
They used to
Molly.
call me Mole back in the day.
Well, yeah, 'cause she's a spicy white. Okay, well, the more controversial question then: who would be preparing the pozole?
Ooh, who are you picking?
You've had a lot of different
Okay,
ones.
it's
and
between Salma's mom and Isaac's mom.
Oh.
They made some banger.
I think
banger.
Isaac's mom's pozole is more spicy,
It is
so I would
spicy,
go
yeah.
with hers. Sorry, Nati.
You're not invited back to Salma's no more.
Dude, I
Nati's
feel
the
like,
one that showed me how to make it, so I have to give her a shout out for that. But
I feel like Uciel's mom's pozole makes me feel like I'm in a rancho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it feels like they just made it there.
Shout out mi tia Cruz.
Yeah. Mi madrina.
Okay. Next question. Would you rather be in a coma for 5 years or jail for 5 years?
jail.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Why?
Would you?
I don't know, like a coma. I don't.
You're just missing
You're
out on
not
life.
doing anything. If
Yeah.
I was in jail, at least I could like help people, because I don't feel like I would be in jail for because I was psycho or crazy or anything. And
Well, you'd be
it
locked
was
up.
probably like a mistake. So
She's like, they got it
they
wrong.
made a mistake and I ended up in
They
jail.
got it wrong, but I have to be here for 5 years, so I'll make the best of it.
Actually, this is kind of getting deep for the question, but I think that jails need a lot more like mental health stuff, like or services for the inmates, and so I think I would do that as an inmate.
You get like
So,
I
first-hand
give free
experience.
counseling to
As
people.
a fellow inmate, you're counseling people.
Yeah.
And
She's
also,
making a difference from the inside.
yeah,
There
she's
we
like
go.
an insider.
Mhm.
But also, Molly's like, I can't be in a coma because then I couldn't shower 4 times a day.
That's
Funny
true. She
facts
gets
about
only
me.
sponge baths while she's in the
Yeah.
coma.
No, I feel like I shower less now than I did in high school, but they, for some reason, they remembered this about me that I used to take 3 showers a day.
She'd walk into the room like, oh, there's guests here. I have to go shower. Bye.
Now I feel like it's like 1, sometimes 2 if I go do something active.
Mhm.
So you
So-
shower every day before going to bed, or every day
Yes,
when you
I
wake
have
up?
to be clean before I go to bed.
Okay.
That's like
okay.
a must.
Night shower.
It's a
Yeah.
must so she doesn't make the bed musty.
I feel like in high school though, I was a lot more active, and now I'm like I don't do anything.
Right. You were involved in like
So
sports
in
Yeah.
high
and
school,
stuff.
would you shower at night and then in the morning before school and then after school?
Yeah,
Because you did sports.
Yeah, after school, yeah, it would be like after a practice or a game or
Mhm.
something. And if I would leave the house again after that shower, then I'd have to shower again before bed.
When you got back?
Yeah, and I
Same.
still do that now. Like I can't not take a shower before
Yeah.
bed. It's weird.
We were up till 4:30 or whatever, 4 in the morning, and then she's like, I still gotta go shower.
Yep,
Yes.
a 5 a.m. shower.
So do you like put on the same clothes, or do you put on a new pair of
then
clothes every time?
So I have clean clothes. Like I know which clothes I've only worn in my house. and
Yeah,
I'll
you have
only
bed
wear
clothes.
those.
No,
Yeah.
I've acquired that too. I'm
Yeah.
like, don't sit on my bed if you have outside clothes.
So when you shower, is it just your body or are you washing your hair each time?
No, I don't wash my hair like maybe every 4 days I wash
Okay,
it.
that's
yeah.
good. That's what
Like-
concerns me is when people say they shower every day. I'm like, are you washing your hair every day? Because it's not good.
No.
That's me.
Okay, that's fine. It's just body showers
Yeah.
and they're quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last question. Arby's, yay or nay?
I'm gonna give it a yay.
What?
Whoa.
I used to love Arby's.
She's an Arby's girl.
Yeah.
I like the I don't remember what the name of this was, but they had like a shake that was it started with a J.
I have
Jamocha?
No idea.
Jamocha shake. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay, that thing was so good.
She is Arby's
And I
gal.
love the curly fries, and I don't mind the roast beef either. So
Whoa.
I don't know if it's actually roast beef,
They
but
just call it
but
that.
it's good.
It's questionable, that's for sure.
Yeah,
It's
I used
also-
to get Arby's a
Yeah,
lot.
I guess it's in your neck of the woods, so I feel like Arby's is out of the. We'd have to actively want to go to Arby's growing up.
Well, I mean, Arby's is right by McDonald's. I was at
Don't
McDonald's
you
every
live?
week.
Don't your
Yeah,
you live
Arby's
on the
was like
same
one of the
street?
closest fast food, so I think
she's
that's
like,
why I
I'm gonna
would
go get
eat
some
it.
curly
Yeah,
fries.
it was across from the jail.
Damn, you couldn't go to
Yeah, they do.
McDonald's just a
So
few
that's
steps
what
over.
I would do. Death row.
True.
I'd go get my Arby's, like go into the jail,
Get my pozole.
Stop by, get some pozole.
A corona.
What if it was the Painesville jail? Like,
They're building a new one.
really?
Are they?
Yeah.
Good. Remember the pizza place across from the jail? It was like this big like triangle roof.
Yeah, I ate there a couple times.
Yeah.
It was by the Burger King right next door.
Pizza Hut.
Burger
No.
King's closed.
No, I
isn't
forget
it?
what it was called, but my dad liked taking us sometimes, like on his off days, and it
Mm.
was like really tasty.
I know what you're talking about. I'd never gone there though.
It was like a red roof or
Yeah, it was
something.
like
Yeah.
colorful.
It was very homey.
Is that open anymore?
No, I think it got like torn down.
Oh.
I want to say. I don't know. What about Burger King? What are they doing with that?
I hope. What
Well,
are
I
they
don't
doing
know.
with that?
Closed.
Nothing.
They're just leaving the building there.
I have no idea. I don't live there.
Sam, you're
Well, we
supposed
thought
to
you
know
were the city
Painesville
planner,
tea.
no?
I hope they put something there because it's a really nice building. It's a very like 90s, 80s building.
Well, I'm sure they would tear it down and put
Yeah,
a new
that's probably
building.
what the plan would be.
I don't think they're gonna keep the Burger King established.
Keep
Why should it be like
it.
another CVS or something like that? We need another pharmacy
Right across the
right
street
there.
from
Make it a historic building and then
We
they
got the
can't tear it
pharmacy, Rite
down.
Aid, Walgreens.
The triangle.
I gotta cut all this out though, guys.
Yeah.
Why?
All right.
All right. New topic.
So we just finished
that
the
was
rapid
last,
fire.
Yeah, that was the last question.
Oh yeah, new segment.
So this episode is coming out the week of Thanksgiving.
Turkey.
Gobble gobble. So I felt like we could talk about Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's so fitting because when we all like graduated high school and left to college, Thanksgiving and Black Friday is one of the few times that we'd get to see each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, Molly, because we would all be in different cities and then we'd come back to Painesville and like be like, well, let's hang out. Let's go Black Friday shopping.
I thought for a second you're gonna be like, this is a perfect topic because we're brown and Molly's white.
What?
What?
Native Americans and the Pilgrims.
No.
Dang. Racist.
Racist. What do we do? Did we hang out last year?
Yes, we did. Okay, I planned a breakfast
Oh,
for all of
yeah.
us.
Oh yeah, that was.
And then
them.
I was late to my own breakfast plans.
We're literally
Oh,
like
yeah.
all sitting at the restaurant and only Molly's not there and we're like, she's on her way. And we wait like
Yeah.
5 minutes and she's still not there. So we're like, we should call her. And it goes straight to voicemail and we're like, oh, it's on Do Not Disturb.
Yikes.
So we called her again. And did we wake you up with that call?
Yeah, you did.
We're like, where are you? You're like, oh my gosh. Like, Salty is like,
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
like, my mom didn't wake me up.
I'll be right there.
Me at 25 years old. My mom did wake me up.
Well, it was concerning because you're like always the most punctual one of our group. So we
Yeah,
were like,
That's crazy because I'm not a punctual person.
Okay, but we're
But
all,
that's true compared to,
Yeah.
compared to Mexicans.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so we're all Mexican, so we all show up an hour
By
late.
default.
Yeah.
PC time.
Yeah, so what was it? That was like a breakfast place, which I didn't know then that you guys didn't like breakfast, but
I love it.
But
it's fine.
I am willing to go to breakfast places. That means
To,
I
like,
get to hang
hang
out
out.
with my friends.
yeah. So we did that, and then we went Black Friday shopping at Kohl's, I think.
Oh yeah, I opened a Kohl's credit card.
Oh my god.
oh yeah, I do remember that. I got some gloves that day.
Yeah,
Me too.
I did a lot of Christmas shopping.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, the flannel I wore yesterday for dinner, I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar, didn't you get like an air fryer or something?
No.
I remember like some type of someone got some big machine.
A gadget.
I don't think so. No, I got gloves because that was the first winter that I was having a dog.
Oh, so you were gonna be
I
out
needed
walking the
gloves for when I'm
dog.
outside walking her and it's freaking 0 degrees outside. Fahrenheit.
That's just my baby dog.
I would say that's the latest we've ever gone Black Friday shopping because back in the day, things used to open at like 1, 2 a.m. and we'd stay up all night like waiting for
Yeah.
Black Friday.
Here's the thing, they still do. It's just now we realize that you can get the same deals in the morning, and often they just restock everything in the middle of the night.
I feel like the fun is being up like
Yeah.
in the middle
at
of
like
the night
4 a.m.
though, at
eating an
Great
Auntie
Lakes
Anne's
Mall.
pretzel. Like,
it is fun until you realize I'm 26 and there's a bunch of high schoolers around
right.
me.
It's a
Yeah.
different vibe. All the townies. No.
The
Oh, the
townies.
townies. It was definitely funner when we were younger, but now I'm just like, it kind of sounds not fun.
Yeah, because it was like we were in high school. Like our parents were like not let us be out that late, but because it was
Yeah.
Black Friday, they're like
we're
Yeah.
gonna be out late, so we can't
Yeah.
stop you.
you're at the mall. It's like a contained space, so it's like we're not gonna get into any trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like cool with it.
Plus, it's Great Lakes Mall, so like, what's
Right.
gonna happen there? What do you guys like? Do you eat all the normal Thanksgiving food? I know you have tamales. It's like the one thing that's different from us.
We don't.
That's
No.
us
You
for
don't?
Christmas.
No, so we make tamales and pozole for Christmas, but for Thanksgiving we do the whole
We've
turkey.
always
We do ham, corn, mac and cheese, green
Gravy.
beans.
Gravy, mashed potatoes.
I
Gravy,
feel like
mashed
you guys had something
potatoes.
different than we had.
Garlic bread.
Maybe
The
it was
garlic
just
bread.
like better spices, like better
Yeah,
taste.
I feel like there'll still be salsas.
Yeah, there's always the sides.
Because I would go from my house to like your guys' houses afterwards. Like I remember going a couple times and
Yeah.
One of the-
liking the food way more.
One of the fun traditions is doing the desserts like the day before, 2 days before at Sam's house.
Yeah.
Like you'll make all the cookies, the pumpkin pie.
My mom, not me.
Right.
My
Yeah,
mom
the
will be
pumpkin
the
roll.
dessert liaison, and
Yeah.
everybody comes over to help sometimes.
We make all the
Sometimes she
little
just makes it all
pieces.
herself.
Mhm.
I think last year she was like, I'm not doing the desserts.
Yeah, I think she was like,
Someone else had to do them.
yeah, because I remember Sadie made cookies or something like that.
Yeah.
Like everyone brought like little things.
But no, yeah, we definitely just do the regular Thanksgiving foods, which I like because we
Mhm.
never eat that food
With our whole
with
family.
our family.
Yeah.
Like if we're gonna be with our family, we're eating Mexican food.
Yeah.
One of my like more recent memories is like going to Salma's house after it was like Thanksgiving night. And that was like when I first came back from Spain, so I finally spoke Spanish and like could flex to all the parents. And I think Cristian Nodal came on, and I was singing "Yo no sé mañana," and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, they loved
was
it.
like, yeah.
I was like the victory lap.
Yeah.
Just like, yep.
And all your guys' parents were like, "Wow, like you guys are so cool! Like all three of you speak Spanish." Like,
Oh yeah, they
I
love
felt so
the
hyped
Irishes.
up in that moment.
This is my peak. This is my peak. What do you guys have for Thanksgiving? The same thing that
Just the basic stuff. I mean, I don't like turkey.
So who makes the turkey?
My mom.
Mm.
It's just turkey's just not good. I don't know. It's dry. So
Agreed.
It's not my favorite bird.
I would say I like the green bean casserole. I guess that's like one of my favorite dishes from Thanksgiving, and mashed potatoes. My mom makes good mashed potatoes. And then my dad always makes an apple pie, and that's like his signature pie, and it's so good.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know if we ever have like apple pie. I feel like we always have
No.
pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin stuff.
Would
Which I love
an
pumpkin
apple
roll.
pie.
Your mom's pumpkin roll is
Oh,
the
yeah.
best.
My mom always has to make like 10 pumpkin rolls because people are like, can I get my own?
Do you guys do anything else on Thanksgiving, or is it just like
So, no, pretty much is that. Drink wine.
I guess the one big thing that we do is draw names for the Secret Santa that we do. So that's always
on
fun.
Thanksgiving, we'll organize the Secret Santa for Christmas. So usually someone will be in charge. Me or my cousin Luciana or my aunt Berta are in charge of like
Drawing
handling all the
names,
names.
yeah.
So we have to make a list of everybody in the family, try not to forget people, and then make everybody draw a name. And like we keep track because we've
People
had
forget.
previous years where someone forgets who they picked for the gift exchange. So they buy a gift for like the wrong person, and then someone gets left out at Christmas.
That's sad.
So now we have someone in charge that knows who everybody picked.
Mm-hmm.
See, now hearing that, I'm like, that's kind of wild that you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick a person.
Yeah, it's
and
like
get the
I
gift.
think I got
I
this
think
person.
it's this person.
Hail Mary.
I guess.
Yeah, that's what happened. And then it was Carlos that ended up without a gift.
And he was like the nicest like cousin.
Yeah.
He wouldn't say nothing. He was just
It
like,
was Carlos one year and Isabella another year.
Oh, and Isabella another
two
year.
Yeah, like the two
nicest.
quietest at the
Twice in a
time.
row. So after that, we're like, someone has to be in charge. You guys have to know who picked who.
So it's like a great way to kick off this, like immediately kick off after Thanksgiving
Yeah,
or mid
immediately
Thanksgiving.
kick off Christmas. Because then we pick the names and everyone's like, all right, now I know who to go Black Friday shopping for. Who
Yeah.
to go buy stuff for.
Dang, I never thought about it like that. But yeah, that's like the most convenient. It's like, fuck, let me just get it out the way.
Yeah. So when you do Thanksgiving, is it just like your parents and your siblings, or do you go to like extended family?
In the last couple of years, it's been like us hosting, and we'll invite a lot of people. Like we always have my neighbors over, and then my dad's sister and their family.
Okay.
And then we'll invite like whoever doesn't have like a place to go. So I think we had some Mexicans last year, and that's why I said tamales, because she made like savory, or not savory, sweet tamales,
yeah, sweet ones.
which was cool. And then my dad and I always do the turkey trot. Like that's been a thing for the last 5 years, I think. It's real cold, but we do it. And I was telling them last night, I've never trained for this. I just show up the day of. My body hurts so bad afterwards. Every year that I get older, it's like, dang, it's getting worse and worse.
So it's a 5K?
Yeah, it's a 5K.
Is it on Thanksgiving Day?
In the morning.
Oh, okay.
It's at like 8 a.m. and it's right down the street from us. So we'll park at like Chaz's house right there and then
walk over.
We should do that.
Yeah, do it. They just
Sam wants to convert us into that family.
But the thing is, we always do Blackout Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we do.
We always do Blackout Wednesday. You don't know what that is?
No, I've never
wait,
been
just
there for
don't
that.
go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Keep drinking.
What?
And then you'll be nice and warm for the
And
rest.
you'll be like
Psycho.
energized.
Right, and then
So
you can just
what?
crash after.
I'll be stumbling.
So what? You'll throw up maybe once or twice. You'll be fine.
So
It's
what's
fine.
Blackout Wednesday?
So Blackout Wednesday is the biggest going out day of the whole year, because everybody returns to their hometowns the day before Thanksgiving, and they go to the bars, and everybody gets crunk, and you see your hometown friends or hometown people that you don't want to see but you see anyways because everyone's at the bars. It's like, I feel like we're always at downtown Willoughby
Yeah,
during Blackout
catch us there
Wednesday.
this year
Now
too.
that
I've
I'm
never
hearing
done
this, I'm
that.
trying to go before the turkey trot.
Yeah, pull up.
I think it's because I always come on Thursday because I'm always working all Wednesday.
Oh yeah, he misses out. Me and David are there.
We're there every year.
I'm
Sign
there
us
this
up.
year.
Wait, did we go last year?
I feel like we did, but I'm forgetting what. It's always downtown Willoughby.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think who we would have gone with. Did we go with
Well,
like Carlos and them maybe?
Maybe. I know we used to go with like Cannon and Chaz.
Yeah.
So is this coming out the Monday before Thanksgiving, Sam?
This is coming out the Monday before Thanksgiving, yeah.
So get your plans ready for Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Blackout Wednesday.
All right,
I
on
better
Monday,
see you
you
there.
got 2 days
I'm
until
there.
Blackout Wednesday.
Hit up all your friends.
Hit us up if you're in Painesville listening and you want to come out for Blackout Wednesday.
Right.
Let's go. We're making a group.
We there. We there.
Are we gonna go Black Friday shopping?
I
Yeah,
would.
Let's go.
sure.
Me and David are already on this 4:30 a.m. grind. So
Right. I'm gonna just keep it up.
let's go.
Until Thanksgiving,
Oh, my
you psychos.
We're gonna show
stay
up like
awake until Thanksgiving
so
Day.
tired.
Dude, my dog doesn't let me do that.
Huh?
My dog doesn't let me do that.
Like sleep in.
If I
or
go to
stay
sleep
up
at 4:30, she's waking me up in 2 hours to take her out.
late? Dude.
And then
Dang.
an hour after that to feed her. She's like, I don't care if you're sleeping, you're waking up.
That's hilarious. What does she like? Jump on the bed and like scratch
She'll
you?
jump. Yeah, she'll like stare at me and then she'll like put her paw on me until I wake up. Or she'll like cuddle up next to me and then just start yawning until I wake up. And I know she's faking it because she's like, and then 5 seconds later,
That's so funny.
and she'll like cuddle up next to me and she'll just keep like
Shifting
adjusting
around.
herself.
Moving till
Yeah.
you wake up.
Was last year
Dang.
2022?
Yes.
Yeah.
November 27th, 2022. We're in Willoughby, Ohio. We ran into this girl and we're like, oh, come with us because you're super drunk and let's not let you drive home. And then she was throwing up and we had to take care of her all night. It was an
Oh
interesting
my
Blackout
gosh,
Wednesday.
did you not even know her?
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
knew her.
like, we know
her.
I'm just not going to say her name.
Oh.
Unless we coincidentally ran into her again. Oh, we were out with Carlos and Lisi and Sadi. Okay, then it wasn't.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Because I ended up driving everyone home, and here's the video of me at 3:50 in the morning eating sheets in my driveway.
Oh.
And the Marisol FaceTimed me at
And you
like
talked to her.
3 in the morning, and we were talking.
Yeah.
We did go for Blackout Wednesday last year with Carlos, Lisi, Sadi, Tanya.
I mean, it would work. Like, go out, Blackout Wednesday, and then in the morning, go for the turkey run. And
Oh,
now
Get
you're
out.
Hungover.
Yep.
You should
Tired.
go. Let's go.
When you exercise hungover, it makes you
So-
less hungover. And then you get a big meal
I
right
remember
after.
because I remember seeing you guys do that like years ago, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to do that one day because I did a 5K last year around Halloween, and I was like, that was really fun. I want to do another one. So I was like looking up other 5Ks, and I was like, I should do that one, but I was like, no, because I'm gonna go out Wednesday, and I'm not gonna want to run
Do
Thursday
it.
morning.
No, and Chaz is always there with like the good cameras.
Oh,
I
my
would,
gosh.
hungover
bad.
So
running.
bad
I'm
in
like
high
running
definition.
She
shot
gets
of
like
you.
pictures of me like.
Do you have
No,
to
it's
sign
fun.
up or can you just show
Yeah,
up?
you sign up online.
Yeah, you
Mm.
You get a medal?
I can send it to you.
pre-register.
No, you get it like a little shirt. I mean, if you win, you probably. I
I'm
think you
not
win like a
winning
pumpkin
nothing.
pie though. I don't even think it's like
You
anything
get first
good.
place. I'm sprinting
Yeah,
the
but
whole time.
it's just fun to be with people. And then there's like a couple of Painesville people we always know, like Yoakum. Mark Yoakum
Oh, yeah.
always does it.
Of course. Why wouldn't he?
And then Mike Carswell, like the dad, he's always like standing right there, like filming. You can always be ready to see like your classic people. Like
Every
it's
year.
nice. Goes through Lake Erie. It's like real
Yeah,
cute.
we'll think about it.
I would do it if you remind me.
I've thought about it.
If
no.
you're even there, you said you drive up Thursday morning.
I could shift my plans around.
He wants
For
to do the
Blackout
5K.
Wednesday.
It's
He's ready
because
for that 5K.
normally, like, I'm done working on Wednesday, and I'm like, I just want to relax before I like am around people. So I'll just spend the day, like that night, by myself, and then I'll go in the morning.
Anyways,
I need to catch up on all the sleep that I missed this weekend.
Whose
Next
fault
weekend.
is that?
Okay, wait. How about we say one thing we're all grateful for this year? Seems like no.
She's like,
I'm not grateful for
she's like,
anything.
Okay, you first.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm thankful for my new job.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Even though sometimes it's hard, I think it's a good job.
how long have you
Nice.
been there?
2 months.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for all the different places we've gone out to eat for the podcast. I think one, we get to try like places we would have probably never gone to, and two, we get to spend time with like each other and our friends that are on the pod.
So nice.
yeah. I would say I'm also grateful for this podcast. One, for the eating aspect, but for me, it's just like the having like a planned thing where we're all kind of on board, but also just like starting like an outlet type, like a creative thing. Because I feel like we'd been mulling and talking about doing this, and then Sam was like, "We're doing it," and so I'm grateful for
The director.
Sam's assertiveness.
and the opportunity to just hold a mic and say dumb stuff every week, and they don't kick me off. So thank you guys.
What am I thankful for? I don't want to say the podcast because you guys already said the podcast.
Okay, I can help you. In this moment, I'm thankful for you guys. Like we said last night, it feels like we're cousins. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something different about like hometown friends and like not seeing each other for years or like even months, like
Mhm.
sometimes, and like coming back and nothing's changed. And, like,
Right.
Yeah.
We
it
could
feels
still-
so normal to like be around you guys and stay up till 4:30 in the morning with you and hang out. Like
Just
it's
make-
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Jokes.
steal that. I am thankful for all of my like friends from like my not my lifetime sounds like dramatic, but like even recently hanging out with you, coming here, hanging out with Lupita,
Yeah.
like friends that I had when I was growing up. It's so nice to know I can like talk to you guys at any time and you guys are gonna be there and it's like no time has passed.
Right. Kind of like this year of like a rekindling of, I feel like you
Mhm.
particularly have been like, oh, this is a great opportunity for people to come visit us
Uh-huh.
with a purpose, but then also just catch up.
So shout out to my friends.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
So come out with us on Blackout Wednesday.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
all
be
there.
square. Damn, yeah. Last weekend when we were at the bars and the whole family was there, that was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm also grateful for how I feel like interconnected our family feels,
Mm-hmm.
especially with like the family Snapchat, and we've had it for a while now. But I think we were talking about this yesterday. Like even when we're out of town, it still feels like we're in the loop, we're in the know,
Mhm.
and they keep up with a lot of our family keeps up with our
Our antics through the pod.
yeah, and so they're also keeping up with us. So shout out our loyal followers and family. We're grateful for you as well.
Yeah, and we also talked about this I think yesterday, but it's so interesting that now our cousins are all older,
Mhm.
so we all like party together, even though there's like decades between us. Sometimes like it's like The younger cousins are getting to be adults. We're already
Seems like, damn, we're old.
we're already a little older
Yeah.
adults, but then we also have like our aunts and uncles that will like party with us too. So we just have like so many different ages and we all get along.
And like
Yeah.
different life stages too, you know, like some of
Mhm.
us are starting families, not me, but like some people are like some of our parents are becoming empty nesters, but we're all
Yeah.
still having fun together, which is cool.
Yeah, it's about time. Everyone's catching up. Now, if I want to go to the bar, I got people I can invite.
Yeah, and you have so many cousins. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we went out for Sadie's birthday and we had like a group of
It
like
was like
15 people.
It was like a squad.
Yeah.
We rolled up into Ballantine and took over.
We took over.
Have you ever been to Ballantine? Have you been to downtown Willoughby?
I have, and I know what that place is, but I don't think I've ever been in there.
Mm.
Yeah. I think I've
Yeah.
only been to like Barrio.
Oh, Barrio's like a restaurant.
Yeah, I know. It's not like a bar. I feel like I didn't drink like when I was like in Cleveland. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, so we went to a party Friday and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a drinking party because I was like, I don't know if Molly drinks or what Molly
Yeah.
does.
yeah, I went to a Christian college, which was a dry campus. So it was unquestionable. It was
Yeah.
questionable what was going to be happening at the party on Friday. But it was fun. Like, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
no,
it was
and there
so
was a
much
lot of
fun.
drinking.
It sounds like there was a lot.
There was a shocking amount.
But
Nice.
yeah, it was cool that Molly opened. It was like, this is an option. And we were all like, oh, let's do it. And I had way more fun than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just like-
thought we were going to show up and do like a prayer circle. Instead, we did a stack cup circle.
Right. Oscar got hit with a
God
couple of heavy
dang.
cups.
Yeah, they were like more than half full. And I thought it was water. I'm like, oh, I'll chug this. And I was like, oh no, this is the jungle
It
juice.
was, right? Because it was like
Yeah.
Sprite colored, but it was like,
because it was like
oh.
clear. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. They use water instead. I'm like, let's go. I'm
You're
down
like, I
for
could
5
be down
rounds.
for a Christian party. They
It's
drink
like,
with water
they're
instead.
hydrating?
And then he was like, no, it's
Oh,
jungle
no.
juice.
Yeah, I was
When-
like,
when
I'm down
we
for
were
5
in,
rounds.
In college, they would do like root beer pong for us, like 'cause they still wanted to give us like fun things to do. But,
Yeah.
like,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
Root
so
beer
we did
pong.
root beer pong.
That's so funny.
Good times.
So when did you like start drinking? I feel like you probably don't drink a ton still.
Yeah, I would say the first time I drank a bunch, like more, you know, I would like, 'cause I like
Had
had a
sips.
few,
A drink
yeah.
or something, yeah.
Was like the Moreno's dad's like birthday party. I think it was like 2018.
Okay.
And then like obviously in Europe you're gonna drink like because that's
Mhm.
just normal. So I would say like 21
So,
maybe. Yeah.
Like you were around 21
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
old.
hmm
Okay.
I think Chaz and Kenan were just there, and I was like, okay, like I'm in college,
Like let loose a little.
Yeah,
and
like
just,
I felt safe.
So
like,
did you get like drunk?
I think
And you were like, well,
So I
my brothers are
did.
here. They can take care of me if they need to, if I
Right.
need it.
yeah, I did, but it wasn't like I didn't
wasn't
throw
wild,
up. Like
yeah.
so, I obviously I probably
Yeah.
was tipsy and like thought that was
And
like
you were like,
drunk
"Like
to
the
real
myself."
thing,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
I was like, wow.
like, you drank enough to have a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
She's
I
like, I'm s-
remember everything. I've never blacked out. Like
That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's
That's
very
good.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
You don't. The goal is never to black out.
Never.
She's like, I'm smashed. I've had 2.5 Coronas.
That's literally me. Like I'm such a lightweight.
Better for your wallet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we need to be like, guys. We need to drink less.
Someone go like, whoa,
Right. We built our tolerance up.
a little too high.
Ugh. 2 weeks ago when we went out, I think I had like 7 drinks. I was so hungover the next day.
I was out of town for that one,
Oh yeah, you weren't there.
but I did have the Dollaritas at Applebee's, and I mean I didn't get like smashed, but
That can't be that strong.
no, but it's like
No.
those types of mixed drinks where I did feel like a headache the next day. I was
Because
like,
they're so
"Ugh,
sugary.
so sweet.
Yeah.
So that was rough, but we live.
Have you ever thrown up from drinking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. One time, I think this was last year. Like Kenan totally saved me. Like He didn't even have to. Like, my dad wouldn't have cared, but like, kind of, we had wine, and I don't usually drink wine, so I don't think I knew like how much would like put me over.
It's like stronger than like a beer.
So I was feeling like real sick from it, and we got back, and I would probably say I was like drunk, but
Wait, where'd you guys go? Like dinner?
we went to like the wineries in Geneva.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Or is that right, Geneva? Or
yeah, Geneva on the
Ashby
Lake
yeah.
or Madison.
And we get home and kind of like goes to my dad, and he's like, she's not drunk, she's just like not feeling well. And I was totally drunk. Like, why would he say that? Like, I don't know, but
Like, I just came back from the winery. I'm not feeling well.
Yeah.
It must have been something I ate.
Yeah, I would say the only time I do like is with people I can trust. Like, it's usually
Right.
my brothers, because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. So
So do you prefer wine or beer?
beer.
Ooh,
I love beer.
nice.
She's a beer gal.
So you prefer beer over mixed drinks too? Like,
Yeah.
or just over everything?
I just think like I feel like the best after drinking beer. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
probably
Mixed
also
drinks are
like
too
the-
strong for me.
It's also like the easiest to control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
it's
why,
like a
because I
standard
don't
drink.
like to be like out of control. I don't know. So
Right,
I
those
just-
shots be creeping up.
I don't like
Mhm.
being so bloated. I have like one beer and I'm like, I'm so bloated. Just ate a loaf of bread.
I just be burping all night. If I'm drinking beer strictly, it's a volume issue. I feel you, Sam.
It's a volume issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, give me a, what is it, vodka tonic?
Vodka tonic.
Vodka.
Vodka.
Okay. If you could replace the turkey with something else for Thanksgiving dinner, what would it be? What would be the new main Thanksgiving?
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh,
No.
a pasta dinner. Pasta
What? You
dinner.
said no? What? What's wrong with that?
on
Nothing.
Think
nothing's wrong with that.
I think pasta on Thanksgiving would be so good.
No.
I think it
agree
would
with
be good.
Molly.
Am I-
We're always on the same wavelength over here.
What is it? Oh yeah, we're like
They're
that's
on the
good, that's
same
good. And they're
I'm
like, no,
going
no.
with chicken. Shocker.
Like our
Other
whole
bird.
rotisserie
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, that would be good. Rotisserie chicken.
Boring. That's so close to turkey.
But it's
It's better.
less dry and
Yeah.
better tasting.
Turkey can be not dry.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah,
about
but
my
let's-
mom?
Sam's like, you haven't had my turkey.
Marie?
If it's cooked differently, it could be less dry.
There's millions of Americans that cook turkey every year for Thanksgiving, and
And
it's the
dry it
only
out.
time of the year they ever make it, and it comes out not great.
I don't know. I've made turkey. I've made a whole turkey like 3 times, and I think my turkey comes out good.
Yeah,
I need
and
to try it.
we're fortunate that we know you, but not everyone in the country is that fortunate.
My turkey is not dry all the time. I don't think my turkey's ever been dry
Ooh,
from the 3 times I made it.
nice. That's a solid resume. 3. You were trusted 3 times, and they
Yeah,
invited you
'cause
back.
when they
That's
do-
good.
I do the Friendsgiving. I'm a host it. I make the turkey.
Thanks, no one
Everybody
can
brings
tell
the
her.
sides.
No, I'm just- yeah, it's so good. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I
I'm just
asked.
kidding.
I'm like, no, really, do you guys like it or no? And I taste it too, and I'm like, this.
And then you can tell however a bunch of turkey's left over if it's good or not.
Yeah.
So you
There's never turkey left over.
there you go.
It's always ham
There's
left
always turkey left
See,
over
it's
in
funny because
my
I
house.
prefer ham over turkey just in general. But yeah, I feel like the ham does always get left over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if we're sticking to birds, I think it would be cool if we did like
A turducken.
that would be crazy.
What? What is that?
David, explain the turducken.
Turducken is a duck stuffed into a chicken stuffed into a turkey. Turducken.
How do you just come up with these things? This is what he does at 4 a.m. It's like,
That's the
this would
silly
be a really
thoughts,
cool
silly
thing.
I think it's like a thing or it's like a cartoon or a TV show. I feel like
Yeah.
talked about it or something.
Turducken.
I was gonna say duck confit because duck is so good, but if it wasn't that, and this is all lofty goals because I don't think our family has ever made any of these things, but if we did like a prime rib dinner or something, that would be so good probably if we knew how to make prime rib.
Oh, how about lobster tails?
Ooh.
Get rid of the
That
turkey,
sounds
bring in
good.
some
Well,
lobster
surf and
tails.
turf.
Oh, that'd be so
Surf and
good.
turf.
Turf and turf.
Just a really nice steak dinner for Thanksgiving. That would be so good.
Just-
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, no spaghetti. We'll just do some ribeyes.
Yeah, some healthy, chunky ribeyes.
Get a nice tomahawk steak.
Ooh, a cowboy.
Yep.
Mhm.
Molly's
the
like,
whole
"Blah."
party.
No, he's like, don't invite me that year.
I guess it doesn't help because a lot of people don't know how to cook tomahawk steaks either.
I was gonna
It's like
say,
a
no,
tough-
at our
tough-
family, it's gonna be a well done steak.
It's
Bruh.
true.
Yeah. My dad's been getting better at like I've been inching him closer to medium rare. He used to be a well done guy, but now he's like medium.
Okay.
Sometimes medium well, and I'm like, that's still a little bit much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, let's get you over. Like, I'll let him try my steaks when we go out, and he's like, oh, that is good.
And then you're like, yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Medium rare, dude.
And since he likes to grill,
Mhm.
sometimes he'll let me make my own, and I'm like, yeah, let me take mine off a couple minutes before, and then he's like, yours does look juicier. I'm like, I'm saying,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, pops.
Yeah, I think a seafood boil would be good.
I was just about to say it'd be funny. It's like, all right, everyone save your sides. Just bring a couple corn, some potatoes,
Yeah.
and then everyone will contribute to
I
a
said
big
I
old
wanted
boil.
to try that anyway, so let's do it.
Yeah.
See, yeah, we don't even have to change the sides. 'Cause
Mashed potatoes,
That's
corn,
true.
still
Yeah.
works.
And then just the seafood boil.
We
on
just
top.
got
just a big old pot.
Shrimp, crab legs,
Let's go.
crawfish.
I'm coming over for Thanksgiving.
Dude, because our family likes like one of my favorite things of the holidays is when your dad makes caldo de siete mares with all the seafood.
Mhm.
Oh,
Dude, it's so good when he
So
makes it, and we get some before everyone comes over.
Oh yeah.
oh, you get like the cream of the crab. You
yeah.
get the best
I get all the
choice.
best seafood that I want. I'm like, give me these crab legs.
Well,
Yeah.
next time he makes it, I'm sleeping over so I can
He's
get first
Dude's
dibs.
like, I'm gonna be there first. And then you get the bolillo with mayonnaise.
Yes, dude.
Mm.
That might be up there for a last meal. Like, Jose, pull up.
If you're listening.
Pull up.
I need his seafood boil.
Yeah, it's good. We should learn how to make that.
Honestly, if we started pulling that up in Columbus,
Have you guys ever wanted to go to the Thanksgiving parade?
No.
Parade?
Yeah.
Like
Like in New York?
The Macy's Day Parade, yeah.
No.
Do you
That's
watch
my-
it?
yeah, that's
do
like
you
my
watch it every year?
dream.
That's
I
like
want to
your
go there.
dream goal.
Yeah, because my birthday's in November, so I really want to go. Like I was thinking that for next year, like, or maybe like a big birthday. Like I want to go there.
So do you want to be there for the ball drop?
Not the ball drop, but I want
No,
to be
she
there for
likes
the parade.
The parade.
Yeah.
The ball drop's New Year's.
I know.
Oh,
Different time, yeah.
Yeah, no, I just like the parade. I
we
don't
never
know.
watch the parade.
I feel like
Really?
we're not a big
Never.
parade family.
Oh my gosh.
For the 4th of July, we'd go
Yeah,
watch the
like
Mardi
the
Gras
Mardi Gras
parade.
one, the local
Mhm.
one.
Yeah.
I was in that one a couple times.
Oh.
Oh, back
you
in my
were
cheer
riding.
days.
Oh, you were walking or you were in a float
I was walking. We walked. Yeah.
cheering.
Mm-hmm.
We had one topic earlier.
Yeah, so these are what I wrote. Favorite and least favorite Thanksgiving foods and thoughts on eating non-traditional Thanksgiving food on
Ooh.
Thanksgiving.
So let's start with favorite and least favorite.
Okay. Least favorite, turkey.
Agreed.
Same.
Favorite, gravy, because the gravy is so good to make the turkey delicious. But I just put the gravy over everything. Gravy over the corn, gravy over the green beans, gravy over everything.
I think my favorite's
Mac
the
and
corn.
cheese.
I just love corn.
And it's just plain canned corn.
Yeah, but he's like,
there's
it's
nothing
his
special
favorite.
to it.
My favorite is mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
Because the
Mine-
gravy.
I like mashed potatoes and gravy, but with corn mixed in.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the beauty of having a full plate. You kind of just mix it all
Mhm.
in.
Do that next time.
And my least favorite, I mean, probably the green beans. Because we don't make green
yeah.
bean casserole.
Yeah.
We just
It's
have
just like
plain
the
old green
green
beans.
beans.
And I never put those on my plate. So I don't even eat them.
Yeah,
so
the
those are my
casserole's more
favorite.
like creamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one
That's
time we had a
good.
Friendsgiving and someone brought green bean casserole. And I was like, yo, this is
That
so
one was good. Who
Yeah.
made that?
Robbie.
Oh, good. It was delicious.
It's my fave dish.
What?
That's probably my fave. Well, okay, I said mashed potatoes, but
But
the
yeah.
green bean casserole.
that might be up there too. Yeah.
That's why the gravy comes in clutch with the green beans. That's the only way I'll eat the green beans.
Trick yourself because they're covered in gravy.
I won't say it's my favorite, but I do like when people bring vegetables that are different than green beans. Like, because sometimes with the Thanksgiving, it's just too much meat and carbs. And it's like,
Mhm.
I need something to
Cut it down.
Yeah, like, so I don't feel disgusting.
I like a good roasted carrot.
Oh.
We should take Brussels sprouts.
Honestly,
I'd be open
I'd
to it.
destroy
Don't
some
you
Brussels
guys
sprouts.
remember this when we did our Quiplash game that my brothers the entire time were making fun of my Brussels sprouts?
No.
No.
Yeah, like the
Oh.
one year on Thanksgiving I tried to make a Brussels sprout dish. And I think like it called for some type of balsamic, like I was saying earlier, but I must have used like a different one. I don't know. I butchered those things, and I will never live it down. Like they make fun of me every year for the Brussels sprouts.
Did it just taste bad, or did it like burn?
It just
sprouts?
had a terrible flavor. Like I think I used like a strawberry balsamic, thinking that it would be good with like the pomegranate seeds. It was not good.
Dang.
Awful.
You gotta make Brussels sprouts for one Thanksgiving and make it really good, and then they'll
redeem
stop
myself.
giving. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll do it this year.
You gotta like train like the week before, make Brussels sprouts all week
practice
to like.
it first.
They'll be like,
Train.
yeah.
I'll train more for that than for the turkey trot.
Yeah.
Like, remember when Molly made that shitty Brussels sprouts, and you're like, yeah, but remember when I made that good one? You ate it. I
Yeah.
know you liked it. You went for seconds.
That was the year that I think that was the same year when we did like Brussels sprouts for the answer on Quiplash and pee pee poo poo.
Pee pee poo poo. Molly's Brussels sprouts versus pee pee poo poo.
You gotta know your crowd.
Dude, it was funny every time.
Yeah, it was. Poo poo pee pee.
Switch the order around.
Well, I think for Thanksgiving, along with the mashed potatoes, we should also have French fries.
Okay, just more.
Oscar loves French fries.
Oh, you know
From
he loves
Sheets.
potatoes.
Not French
French
fries.
fries from Sheets.
We should have poutine.
We make poutine.
Oh.
What's that?
Yo.
You don't know what poutine is?
No.
It's Canadian. It's like
So good.
French fries with gravy on top and
Cheese curds.
cheese curds.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It's,
Yeah.
Are the
yeah.
cheese curds melted or no?
Yeah, they're like, I think you put them in the oven
That sounds
so that they melt a little bit, but they're not
good.
like deep fried ones. But they're
Wow,
just
I'm
like,
trying to make that.
oh,
Yeah.
it was like my favorite thing in Canada.
Yum.
I ate it from McDonald's, and even the McDonald's ones were so good.
And some poutines, along with the gravy, they actually have like meat as well.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Shredded
one we had
beef.
with brisket.
Oh
was
my
it?
god,
It was so good.
That was so
That's
good.
And
good.
Episode 2 of the podcast, we went to Zaftig. R.I.P. The restaurant
Yo,
closed.
I forgot they
Aw.
closed.
But their poutine was so good. And that's why we said Ohio is better than Canada.
Confirmed. Still true.
Can confirm.
Heck yeah, I would have poutine
Yo,
at
if,
Thanksgiving. I
Make
would eat
it,
the fuck
Oscar.
out of that.
what'd you say?
He said, I would eat the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
I'm coming over for your guys' dinner.
We'll work on it. Wait,
You make the poutine, I'll make the Brussels sprouts.
All right.
have you guys been to Montreal?
I haven't.
No.
Have you been to Montreal?
No, just Niagara Falls.
That'd be a fun trip if we ever, or like not trying to go too far or something, like a weekend trip.
But what
Montreal's
are we gonna do there?
Don't you
What's-
still gotta fly to Montreal?
Yeah, you still gotta fly, but it's like,
I don't speak
it'd be a short
French.
flight.
Bonjour.
Sam will lead the way.
Oui, oui.
It's kind of just like it gives like European like city vibes with the nightlife. They're open like late.
You've
and
been there?
just the food. Yeah, I went with like my frat once for a
Yeah.
brotherhood event, but it was like drivable, so it made more sense.
I'm gonna tape my money to my chest so I don't get pickpocketed.
I don't know if they pickpocket there.
He said it's like Europe.
Hides
It's
it
kind
in
of
his
I don't know.
afro.
It's literally like North America, but it does. The architecture is very European, and of course, it's like still.
I'm gonna carry a knife in case someone tries to mug me. I'll be
You
like,
gonna
I'll mug
shiv
you
'em?
back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, actually, now that I think about it,
You got mugged while you were
no, but some of my frat brothers got into a fight in like a park or something
there?
because they tried to like jump them, and then
Dang.
people were fighting back, and it was a whole thing. I wasn't there, or else I would have put a stop to it real quick.
Drop some bodies.
I would have dropped some bodies.
Did you ever get pickpocketed in Spain?
No,
Or Europe?
thankfully.
Me either.
Me neither.
No, I avoided all things.
See, I would think
Bad.
you're a prime target, Molly, since you're
Me?
blonde.
I probably would have been, but I was smart.
Street smash.
She has like a wallet taped to her inner thigh or something.
I've walked on the bike path many a times. Okay, I was ready for that.
Yeah,
I had my
bike
training all my
path.
life.
She's like, I'm from the Ville. Fuck you mean.
Pull up then.
Pull up.
Like, I got COVID 6 feet apart.
I'm from the 440, baby.
What was
Try
it,
me.
The thing that I said yesterday, you got me fucked up in white lingo. It's like, listen here, buddy.
They try to mug you, like, listen here, buddy. Do you know where I'm from?
Hold your horses.
Do you even know who I am?
She's like, I was born in Painesville. Do you want me to put you in pain?
Well, listen here, buddy. Let me tell you.
One of the funnier moments I think from the party is that my friends from Grove City like always thought it was funny because we had Slap Ass Friday in middle school, and they always thought I was lying about that. Like, but they got to ask David this Friday if that happened. What'd you say? There was another one too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Ball tap Tuesday.
I was like, I think it was ball tap Wednesday, but I was like, yeah, like that wasn't my cup of tea. I wasn't really going around slapping no cheeks like that. But I was definitely protecting my junk on Wednesdays because the dudes were ruthless.
Like,
And they
why would we do that?
You just be going to language arts, like, you know, walk into whatever, 7th grade language arts, and then someone just racks you in the nuts in the hallway, and you have to like pretend like you're not in pain. Because
So
if you show
invasive.
weakness, they target you, and then you get ball tapped again and again.
You're like limping into the classroom. So you're like, you all right?
Like, why are you late? Why are you crying?
Good
I'm
times.
not.
I feel like they definitely started that when you were in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Because
you
like,
were, you
that
would have
wasn't
been
a thing
out.
when I was in middle
that
school.
was definitely during our
Yeah, y'all were
years.
soft. We were tough. We
We
were
were just-
hardened.
The invasive people.
Just like sexual assault. Last Friday.
This is 8th
The
grade?
teacher's like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
normal.
it was like middle school.
Oh.
And it was, and then we thought that was rookie stuff because then we started hearing about Freshman Friday. We're like, we're gonna get destroyed on Freshman
At
Friday.
least Freshman Friday is only one Friday of the year.
Nothing happened for me.
Well, they
'cause
don't
you're
target
white.
girls.
What happened
And
to
you're
you?
white, yeah.
Nothing happened to me, but I do remember being in geometry class.
Scared
And-
as heck.
No, like whatever. I was like, I'm gonna be fine because we were at the new school,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like less of a thing. And I think they were cracking down on it. I think they made like a thing like
They made
just-
an announcement like, if
Didn't
you
we,
are
like-
found with icy hot, you will immediately be removed.
wow.
Yeah, so it was like they knew.
I swear we got like new leadership though.
Oh
like,
yeah, we had new principals
your freshman year,
and
right?
stuff like that. Yeah. But I was sitting in geometry class, and again, this is like the first week or whatever. And then my friend or our friend Enrique, or like our cousin
Yeah.
Enrique, walks into the classroom like 10 minutes late. And his eyes are so red, like you can tell he got icy hotted. And so
Dang.
Mr. Lotica was like, Enrique, why are you late? And he's like rubbing his eyes. He's like,
Oh.
I couldn't figure out my locker combination. And he's like, all right, just take a seat. He didn't snitch. And then we were like, all the guys were like, damn, he got. We were just like laughing at him. I was like, dude.
Sad.
Yeah.
He was a real one. He took it like a champ.
I feel like when we shifted over to the new high school, they were trying to change things.
Oh, 100%.
Because the kids that were like sophomores, juniors, seniors when I was a freshman were bad as hell. Like,
And
like
there was like no security cameras in middle school, so you could just get away with
there was
whatever.
no security cameras. The school was 3 floors, so it was like hard to supervise the entire school.
Yeah.
I just remember it was like 3rd period, and my friends were like, dude, how you doing? And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, it's Freshman Friday. I was like, oh snap, I didn't even think about it. I'm like, I've been so lucky up until this point. But I remember I walked into gym class, and this was like 7th, 8th period, and there was a guy in there that was not supposed to be there, and he like
Oh.
saw me, and he started like chasing me, and he like grabbed me by the shirt. I was like, oh no, he's gonna get me with the icy hot. And then right then the coach was like, hey, get out of my gym, you're not in this class.
Was it Gaucho?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Shout out, Coach.
Coach,
Gaucho.
he saved my
The
life once.
He saved my life. Well, as background, someone should explain what
Yes.
Freshman Friday is.
So we knew of it because we had an older cousin who was notorious for getting people on Freshman Friday.
Who?
Around
Aramis, yeah. So the thing was, they would. Here's the strategy.
The first Friday of the school year was known as Freshman Friday.
So the older upperclassmen would like target
The freshman.
anyone they knew was a freshman, especially if like you were siblings with someone or like friends with someone. And
The go-to torture method was they would wipe icy hot near
in your eyes, and it was like hard to get out, and so you would
Yeah.
just be like burning. And I remember our cousin would tell us the strategy was like, he's like, I had a folder, but since it was like the beginning of the year, there was like no papers in, but I would just like fill a sheet of paper with icy hot and then fold it so he couldn't get caught for having icy hot.
Yeah.
But then he would just like reach and in the hallways you're just walking to class, and then you just feel like a finger run through your eyes. and you're blinded, so you can't even see who did it, and they're just like still walking to class.
Dang.
And then they would just do that all day.
I remember I was at soccer practice, and one of the older Mexicans that was like a really nice guy, I was like telling him, I was like, dude, I've been so lucky. No one got me for Freshman Friday. And he's like, dude, it's not over. We're just still in soccer practice. He's like, don't tell anyone.
Oh,
That you haven't gotten yet, because then you're a target.
Because he was like, I did that my freshman year, and everybody targeted me at once.
No.
Oh, and you couldn't win against all.
Not against the whole team. Especially as a freshman, you're not gonna outrun the like upperclassmen.
No, and you're also just like, I want to like be cool.
Yeah.
I want to like them to like me or whatever. Maybe that was just me. What?
So did you get got on Freshman Friday?
No, but I feel like it wasn't as big of a thing. I don't know.
Like you said, they were cracking down.
I think Enrique had to have been like directly targeted. Someone's like, "Oh, I know this is this person's brother,"
Yeah.
or maybe his older brother
Dude,
got
I
him or
could see his
something.
brother doing
Yeah,
that.
I could see his brother
I'd be
definitely.
like, dude, as soon as we get to school, I'm fucking you up.
Yeah.
They're in the same car.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He sees him like taking the icy hot out of
Dude,
the.
I could see both his brothers doing that actually.
Actually, yeah, he
Yeah,
did
two
have
older
both there
brothers.
at the-
And his sister.
Should I get your ass too? He was set up, but he took it like a champ, man. I my respect for him went up that day, even though it
Didn't
was like.
couldn't remember my locker
I was like-
combination.
I thought it was so funny. I'm like, how did he just pull that out of his like ass? I would have been like, I don't
He
know.
probably was at his locker and just couldn't see the numbers.
And then someone-
Yeah. No, like they had already got him, and so he was there trying to figure it out.
But it's also like, I mean, I guess we had lockers in middle school, but that's like always like the first week you're like, oh, new locker combination. So that's why I think the teacher was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the first day or
Yeah.
first week. Yeah.
But it was just funny that it was like 10 minutes late into class, so he's over here talking about triangles or something. And we're like, Enrique, what the heck? Why are you crying?
Sometimes one of my like recurring nightmares is that I don't know my locker combination and I can't get my locker open.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it crazy? Like, we had like 4 minutes between classes, and you had to like plan. Like,
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
have to
God.
go do the lock, and then if your class is across the. I also have a
Sometimes-
nightmare like that where I mean, like I know I'm at Harvey, but it's more like the shape of the old Harvey.
Dude, at the old high school, it was the worst. Like, I had my locker on the 3rd floor. So if I ever had to go down to the 2nd or 1st floor, I was like, I have to plan. Like, I have to get 2 books for 2 classes because I probably won't have enough time
to go back
yeah.
up. But yeah, the nightmare is like I'm trying to get to class, and then I'm like, it's full as heck. And then you get there, and they're like, "Oh no, the wrong period, bro. You have to go to that." I'm like, "Dang, I'm dumb."
That's what your nightmare is. You
I've
go
had
to
it
the
like
wrong one.
like 2 or 3 times, I think.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
it's
Do
like
you
a
ever-
minor stress one, but I'm like, well,
Do you ever have school related nightmares?
No, I
Really?
don't. Yeah.
she's like, I moved
That's
on.
funny. I don't really remember my dreams, but I also feel like now kids don't use lockers because they have all their stuff on a laptop.
Oh,
Like,
true.
Do they
Because I
use
work a lot
laptops in
with
the high
kids, so I
schools?
go to all like the schools for like IP
Damn.
meetings and stuff.
Rich ass kids.
And yeah, they're all on their like Chromebooks. Like they bring their homework home on that. Like every kid has a
Everything's
computer.
on, like, Google
I feel
Drive.
like when we were in school, it was just starting to happen, but now like that's all what they have, and they're really dumber. Like they're so much more.
They're
Now I
really
sound
dumber.
dumb.
They're
My
really
grammar
dumber.
sounds dumb.
I guess-
No, but they are.
I guess the COVID period also accelerated that because there was more online learning.
Mhm.
Well, definitely. They had to like instantly get Chromebooks to give
Yeah.
everybody to do school from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've also seen reels where like teachers who have been teaching the same grade, like 4th grade, for like 10 years, or like COVID really messed things up. Like before, you would have a couple students who needed extra help, but now it's like every
Everyone
student
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is like just got stunted. I'm like, wow, that's
Crazy.
something that I feel like was considered, but like, oh, they'll bounce back. And it's just like that whole generation of students is kind of going to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like even at my work, we kind of see that. Because like we hire people directly out of college most of
Yeah.
the time. That's how we get our new staff. And so I feel like COVID's also, we had to work from home. We used to work in the office all the time, and that's how you learn hands-on a lot about what you need to do at
Right.
our work. So there's definitely like also, even in the workplaces, like you can see a stunted development
Yeah.
Right.
in like your staff.
I feel like I've heard you say that.
So that's why, well, now my company is like mandatory work in the office for 3 days a week.
Trying to like
That's good.
regrow that.
Trying to,
That's
like,
better.
yeah. So people are in person and learning more hands-on.
I think you
That
should
makes
be around
sense.
people anyway. Like, it's just
Yeah.
being in your house
Mhm.
all day. I don't know if that's like great for
Super
anyone.
healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think it depends on personality. Like, there's definitely people that can work from home and be really productive and like they really like it. But I know when I work from home, I'm less productive for
Mhm.
sure. But I do like the peace of being at home.
Yeah.
I could also see the benefit of it being like an on-ramp type thing where like someone in your position, like you're already a couple levels up.
Yeah.
You know the way the work goes, the
Mhm.
workflow. You can afford to like, whereas like someone's just starting
Yeah.
can really learn from.
Well, exactly. So my company's like, they made the rules so that the staff can be more developed, but they're like, well, as managers, you have to be the leaders of your team.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah.
you have to like
Be
show
there.
them that you're also there,
Mm.
and also you have to be there to be the ones teaching them.
Teaching them, right? So it's
Um,
a cycle.
So yeah, I mean, I'm in also on multiple teams now. So if anything, I'll go in the office more because maybe my one team will go in the office only Tuesdays, but my other team goes in Wednesdays and Thursdays. So then I'm
Yeah.
in 3 days anyways on different teams.
Right.
I don't know. Work stuff.
It also depends on your living situation. Like, I think me and Sam are fortunate that like we have each other at the house.
Mhm.
Like if
Mhm.
we're working from home, whereas I feel like someone that's living on their own, it's probably like very isolating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah.
Or see physically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just remember there's been times where I'll be busy and I'll be like done with work. I'm like, I just need to get out of the house. Like, I don't care what I do. I'll just go to the grocery store.
Just like be around even just strangers. Even when you're just like not hearing what they're saying or something, just being in a crowd of people.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels more human.
Now I got a dog. I got to take her out.
Gives you an excuse to step outside.
Yeah. That's how I get my vitamin D. But one cool thing is I do know people around my like area where I live.
Because of having a dog
Yeah.
and they have dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great way to meet people.
Yeah. Well, like the other day we were walking down to like a restaurant and these two neighbors are walking by and they're like, "Oh, what's up, man?" I was like, "How's it going, fellas?"
Fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Fellas.
Because they're always outside smoking cigarettes when I walk by. And
Oh.
So that they know of you and they know your face.
yeah, the one guy he'll see Luna. He's like, "Oh, what's up, puppy dog?"
Yeah, he calls her puppy dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we meet neighbors that way, but I'm not friends with any of
No,
them.
I'm not
right.
friends with
So
anyone.
just like neighborly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just hey there.
Man, I wish that was the thing. I wish you could just be friends with your neighbors. I say, even
That's
though
what
I don't
always-
talk to my
That's
neighbors
what I
at
always
all.
like dreamed of when I first like moved out of like on my own, and
yeah.
I'm like, I can't wait to become friends with all my neighbors. It's gonna be like friends, and then it's not like you never talk to
No.
any of them.
I'm like, when we had like new neighbors coming in, I'm like, oh, maybe, I mean, I don't bake, but like we can bake them something or make them something. But then it also feels like
Weird.
yeah, like, is that going to be cringe worthy? Are they going to be like, why is my neighbor? Because you never know how they're going to be.
Yeah,
Whether they're like
exactly.
And the
social
other,
or not.
and the other thing is like, some people only get like 1 year leases, and so it's like, what if I leave or what if they leave? You know, like
So they don't even want to start.
yeah, there's no
Because they don't
point
want
in
to like
building a
commit.
relationship.
But it's like, yeah, you could have a friend. Who knows?
My favorite neighbor is 70 years old across the hall over
Ooh,
here.
man. Does he live alone?
Yeah, he does. He has a girlfriend, but they don't want to
Okay.
live together because he likes his independence.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, but he's always like, for him to meet neighbors, he goes and washes his car for like 2 hours. Like, you know, it doesn't take that long, but he's
Yeah.
out there, like, you know.
Mhm.
Put in
So and then every time someone comes out the door, they see him, and then he'll like say hi, and I can always hear him like from up here. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, he has like a little Boston accent.
Yeah.
He's sweet.
Well, at that age, he's probably just trying to find excuses to talk to
Like,
people.
chat people up.
Mhm.
Because it's like, as you get older, it's harder to talk to people.
Yeah,
People are also like, I don't want to talk to this 70-year-old.
Right.
he's sweet.
Mm.
I will say though, like I was talking yesterday, one of my coworkers, she's like in her 70s, and I like talking to her, and I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure she appreciates it too.
It is cool, like when you just befriend someone that you, on paper, it doesn't seem like you could be friends with, but
yeah.
you like find some common interest and just go from there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pee pee poo poo my pants.
Oh, should we wrap it
Are
up?
you gonna put that in the?
Nah, I might cut it out.
So Molly, any last things you want to say to the people?
Let me just think about how to put this. Pee pee poo poo.
Well said.
10 out of 10.
Come to Pittsburgh and visit.
Yay.
Yeah, now we need to have you in Columbus
Yes.
sometime soon.
I'll be back.
Wait, well, before we log off, yesterday you mentioned like I love Pittsburgh, just like in passing, but I'm like, I feel like Molly really loves Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I do like it. I think it's a cute little city. I don't know, like I said, the only thing is like it sucks being away from home. It's not too far, but
Mhm.
it's like I wish I lived close enough that I could like go on a night, like a weeknight.
But that's like your personal situation. It's not like
Right.
that's anything
city
that's
itself.
wrong
Oh, yeah,
with the
like-
city.
Yeah. Pittsburgh in general, great place to live. I think it's safe and there's lots to do
Is
and
it
it's pretty
affordable?
clean. Semi-affordable. I mean, I think it's more expensive than Ohio. I don't know how it would compare to
Mm.
Columbus, but like, yeah, it's cute. Would recommend.
Would you ever want to live in a bigger city or no?
I don't know. I kind of like the size of this.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing, like when I was in Spain, Granada was like just small
Yeah.
enough that I like knew a lot of people like in the area. That's kind of how this feels like.
Yeah, that's always how I describe Sevilla too. It's
Mhm.
like it's technically like a small city, but it felt more like a big town.
Yeah,
You know?
I like that
Okay.
feel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like if it felt personable.
I get that.
You just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. Well, I guess I don't know anyone that lives in Pittsburgh, but I've never heard anyone be like, I really like Pittsburgh as a city. Like, it's great.
It's
So,
definitely getting better. Like since I've been here, they're adding like so much. So I feel like that like helps, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was funny yesterday when you were like, "Oh, you're like showing me more parts of Pittsburgh that I haven't
Yeah.
explored." I was like, "Dang, she's fallen more in love with it with us being here." That's great.
Well, that's good to hear. Good to hear you're enjoying your time. Because nothing's worse than like living somewhere that you hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you're kind of just there with no
Mhm.
one from like home or something.
Yeah.
But if you ever want a city similar to Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
but closer, you could come to Columbus.
Next question: when you moving?
Actually, it might not even be closer. How far is this drive to Cleveland?
Like 2.5 hours.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like
same
same.
as
Yeah.
Literally the
Columbus.
same, but you have us.
Yeah,
It's
when you
true.
come visit, you can, compare.
Yeah, we'll have
Scope
to
it
do a
out.
big city tour too.
Mhm.
And like with the work you do, there's definitely
Yeah.
100% ways.
Yeah, you
could.
could literally work wherever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It probably would be better for like what I want to do. So
Yeah.
If you ever want to crash for a week, we got you.
I'm there.
Yeah, we
Check
got a
it
guest
out.
bedroom.
Yeah.
I have an inflatable mattress.
We have 2 inflatable mattresses and a guest bed, pull-out bed though.
You can sleep anywhere
Damn.
at that point.
Just imagine how comfy that is. You got a guest bed and then 2 air mattresses on top of that. Ooh.
It's like the Princess and the Pea.
The triple decker bed.
I'm down.
But yeah, we're always trying to convince people to move to Columbus. So we got a bigger community there.
Yeah, that's actually the underlying project of this whole
Of
project.
this whole podcast. To get
Recruitment.
everybody to move to
Okay.
Columbus.
You got me.
Okay, I'll find you a lease. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I helped David and Marisol find a lease.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
and you said you might want to live with Ken and tell his ass to come
Oh yeah,
down too.
Yeah.
Kenny can come too. Well, that would be cute. Sam and Oscar living together, me and Kenan
Yeah.
living together.
We've been talking to Sadi to like pull
Oh,
out.
yeah,
so
we were trying to
maybe
get
one-
Sadi.
Kenan's listening to
Tanya
this
to
like,
come.
nah.
He'll be like, nah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We tell Marisol, get your sister to come, and then it's just everyone living with their
That would be,
siblings.
what if
That'd
we
be
got
so
like
funny.
a compound?
A commune. Let's start a cult. Let's start a cult.
Perfect. We'd have to be probably out of city limits.
Yeah.
Find some land.
Yeah, that is true.
Kenan would pull an Irish goodbye. He would just move out and not say anything.
That's true.
And then he texts you like, "Hey, I left a couple
Maybe we
things
should get
behind. Can you
Chaz to
bring it
come
back?"
too, so I'd still have a roommate if Kenan leaves.
Chaz has a house. He's
Yeah.
not moving.
That's true.
Tell him
You
flip it.
convince him. They're building that semiconductor factory in Columbus.
No, but he has been talking about like a compound for the family.
Oh,
So
wow.
maybe if we find one there,
Gated community.
we're
Let's
all
make our
there.
own.
Be there.
Now's a good time to sell a house, so he can flip it.
It's true.
He's
then come
already
down to-
flipped it.
Well, now he
Oh.
can sell
Oh.
it and buy a better one.
Like he's like
Like-
renovated it.
Yeah. But then
Or you
flip
could just rent it out.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
that
saying.
too,
It's
yeah.
true.
If he buys
That
a
is true.
house in Columbus now, in like 3 or 4 years, it's gonna be like
He'd be
worth way
making
more.
bank.
Mhm.
Ugh, I need to buy a house.
Do it so we can move in.
I don't know if I can live
David's
with you,
like,
David.
cheaper
Nah,
rent.
that's very
This
fair.
is a whole nother convo.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's gonna have to have his own
Only-
section.
Then the main reason And I don't know, that's the way I don't know if I can live with Marisol either. Because when I go to your guys' house, you guys are both blasting music.
Oh, I would hate that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't.
There's no way.
I can't.
That's fair. No, that's definitely a thing that I appreciate that Marisol doesn't care about.
But you
And a
guys are
roommate.
crazy because you'll both blast music at the same time, and like you're competing over who's gonna be the loudest, basically. Like you get crank yours up so you only hear yours, and she cranks hers up so she only hears hers.
So if you're in the middle, it's like down.
Yeah, I was there one time like getting ready, and I was like, oh my god, what are they doing?
Yeah, the one day I was blasting music and I was like, I feel kind of bad. And then I went downstairs and I'm like, oh, they can't even hear it down here. Now I don't feel bad.
That's my thought process. I'm like, ain't no one hearing me.
Your guys'
Turn it
bedrooms are
up.
right next to each other.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
Anyways, I guess that wraps up this episode.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Thanksgiving. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Molly, for having us and being our guest. And for making us grilled cheese.
Okay, she whipped it
Okay,
up.
okay.
She whipped it up.
Chef.
She's ready to get married.
Yeah.
Wipe her up.
And she makes pozole.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, any Mexican listeners, hit me up.
Hit me up. Follow us on Instagram at Eating Good Pod. And we'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.